taking my car tomorrow on Friday. I just have like kind of a lot to do today. Not a lot, but just some things I got to get to. It's more that I have to get to the pharmacy. Where like I had my doctor's appointment this morning, and I had my doctor's appointment this morning. Okay, I can take you. We can go to the dump at 4. Okay, yeah, this works. My mom's texting me back. I was texting back and forth with my mom, and so I couldn't get on my phone to go live yet. She's still texting me back. She just texted me back one more time. But I'm gonna run up the street for 1 second to go up, try to see if I can go get a few more tomatoes. Get this little baggie, some tomatoes. This will work. All right. Let me go bring Looney in. Because my mom took some of the tomatoes. She went to her friend Joe's house, and she hasn't seen Joe in like a long time. He's kind of like a family friend. Hi, Lunar. Here, go inside for 1 second. Come here. Come here. Hi, Jamie. So we sent Joe some goodies because we haven't seen him in a while. He's like a family friend. So my mom was like, she asked me if she could take some tomatoes to him because she knows like sometimes I have plans for cooking things. So she did ask me this time if she could take some. And I did have plans to cook stuff. So I'm like, you know what, we haven't seen Joe in so long and he's not around a lot. He kind of has he has a house up here that's like a summer house. So he hasn't been to his summer house much lately, so we haven't seen him. So I'm like, you know what, just take a couple of tomatoes and I'll go try and find some more at my brother's house. So I'm just gonna run up the street. His house is right up the street. And then we'll be back. Here, hold on. Let me just switch to my data for 1 second. Ooh, my phone's almost dead. Oh, sorry, I muted it. I didn't know it wasn't fixed. I was asking if I still needed to refresh and then nobody answered, so eventually I fixed it. But yeah, we got our tomatoes. Sorry. I didn't realize what was going on. There's no Wi-Fi. You can't use a Wi-Fi extender because I'm outside and you gotta use the data anyway. I'm like on the street. I'm not connected to one specific Wi-Fi when I'm driving. Outside my house is one thing, then a Wi-Fi extender might work out here, but still I just have to switch, I think, to the data when I'm outside. And T-Mobile's data sucks. I don't know what plans everyone else has. If they have a better plan, let me know. I don't remember ever having any issues with getting out in. So plugging it in because I wasn't going very far. All right, are we back? Hi, Stratty. It's from, I think, just coming in. I had to switch back to the Wi-Fi. All right, yay. Yeah, it's having to switch back to Wi-Fi after. All right, so we're gonna go over here and start getting my stuff. Looney, what are you doing? I didn't do my dishes, but I'll put some of this stuff away. Come here. What are you doing? So this is my soda stream bottle that I was talking about the other day. How it's like flat on one side, and then it's got a crack on the bottom. So I've been like afraid to use it. Tony, what are you doing? And I'm like, I don't know about that. I don't know if I want to use that. Naughty Looney. Naughty Looney. Trying to put a few things in there. This is for my onion for my sauce. For my sauce. And then a little pot for the tomatoes. And that's my thing for frying. Pot for tomatoes to cook those down. And let me go grab my drinks over here. Then I can show you the tomatoes and the veggies and everything. Hi, Lunar. Oh, I'm so tired today. Yeah, me and Julie and Kiddo went not live. I was gonna go live last night, but I was too tired. I slept most of the day, and then we were gonna do something for Kiddo's birthday. We were gonna do our video call earlier in the day, and I missed the video call. I missed a lot of stuff yesterday. I was supposed to hang out with Erica too. Yesterday we were supposed to do all this yesterday, but luckily Erica was fine. She was actually tired too. She has narcolepsy, so she gets really sleepy. And she's like, girl, I slept too, so so it was fine. We both just ended up sleeping. It was kind of rainy and dreary yesterday. It was just kind of that kind of day. I still have the rest of my smoothie from the other day. But yeah, we did a video call with Kiddo last night. And that was really fun. We got I bought stuff for all the animals so the animals could have birthday cake with us. So Looney had little doggy ice creams, like the little Ben and Jerry's. They make these little Ben and Jerry's ice creams for animals. So, careful. We got these little Ben and Jerry's ice creams for the dog so that she could have something, a little goodie with us. So we had, I had these little pieces of chocolate cake. I bought a box of them. They're little slices. So I had a slice of chocolate cake. Looney had a doggy ice cream. And then the kitties had one of these. These are also doggy ice creams, but that one's pumpkin and cookie flavored or something. And this one's just plain peanut butter flavor. So I gave this one to the cats because I didn't think the cats would like the pumpkin. And I was right. So Stratus ate most of his, and Lucky wasn't really into it. He only had a couple bites. He more wanted to steal his brother's, but when he couldn't steal his brother's, he didn't eat his own. So I don't think he actually liked the flavor. He just enjoyed stealing stuff. So we gave them one of these, and I didn't give them the whole thing because I knew the cats wouldn't eat a lot. I just took a scoop and put a little scoop on each of their plates. And then Looney had the rest of the second one too. So the kitties and the puppy both had ice cream. And then for the birds had their little birdie bread. I made this last week. This is the birdie bread I make. It's made with all the crumbs from their food. When they eat their pellets, they leave a ton of crumbs. So I take the crumbs and I sift them out. This is all the crumbs from their pellets. It's just turns into breadcrumb basically. It's turns into this breadcrumb stuff. But it's crumbs from their pellets, from the bird food pellets that they eat. So I take the pellet crumbs, they leave so much that they won't eat it once it gets all crumbed up like that. So I take the bird food crumbs and then I reconstitute them with a little bit of egg. I take an egg and then I chop up a bunch of vegetables into it and mix it all together, and then I fry it like a little patty, basically just to get it to hold together. And then I make these little, it's called birdie bread, like this. So they have each one of these as a cake. You take a piece and then you just break a chunk off of it. So that was their little cake slice. We got little pieces for the birds. So the birds each had a slice of slice of cake. They had their birdie bread last night. So everyone got a little goodie. And then for the goats, we took a piece of kale like this. Kiddo thought it was funny. And then the goats all got something. We took a piece of kale and then put like a carrot on it, like a candle. And that was for the goats. So the goats all got little goodies. Everyone got goodies last night for Kiddo's birthday. I told all the animals to say thank you to Kiddo because they wouldn't be getting all these goodies if it wasn't for her birthday. Here, let me make sure I charge my phone over here. Oh, where was I? I'll plug my phone in. Where's that little plug? I need the little plug. Need the little plug. Need the little plug. Where is it? Oh, little pluggy plug. So here's the wire. Yeah, the wire came out last night, but where did the rest of the little plug part go? I always lose the little plug part. Like we have the wire, but not the little thing that goes into the wall. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, here it is, back here. Bell. There we go. Let me go charge this. Hi, Lunar. You afraid that I scared you away from Julie's live stream? Oh, who? Oh, Heather. She ain't scared. She's just coming to visit me. Tell Julie hi, because I can't be in her stream if I'm on my own. Okay, let's plug this in. Plug it in for now. Plug it in, plug it in. So yeah, we hung out with Kiddo last night. It was pretty fun. We had a fun little birthday. Kiddo and Julie. We hung out, and then the animals all had goodies. They had cupcakes while I had my little cake. And we just chatted. I colored. So I colored this for Kiddos. I was going to post it. I didn't get around to posting it last night because I fell asleep. I've been so tired lately. Let's see. Where's the one I did for Kiddo? Oh, here it is. So I started doing this one first. It was an owl because I was teasing Julie. Because Julie was on our call too. Sorry, I'm like not made up or anything today. I'm just in my whatever. I'm doing like Heather. Just relax. Who cares? Who cares what I look like? But yeah, so we started doing this one first. It was a little owl. I didn't finish him. I was teasing I was teasing Julie with the owls. And then I was flipping through it to show them the other stuff that was in here. So we did a guinea pig for Kiddo's birthday. So I did this while on the phone with them or on video call. It says, happy birthday, Kiddo. And then I did the little spots on this because it was just plain. So I did those little dots. I made it like more of a party, made it fun. And so he's like a little calico guinea pig. I gave him all the different markings and stuff because he was all just one. Like they didn't separate his markings or anything. I just decided to do different markings for him because I thought it would be cute. So yeah, that was for Kiddo for her birthday. And yeah, I did some other ones. This is my favorite coloring book, by the way, guys. This is like the best coloring book. It's called the Don't Worry, Be Happy. If anyone ever wants to get one of these, I think you can find them on Amazon. It's just the Don't Worry, Be Happy coloring book treasury. And it has like little quotes. Color your way to a calm, positive mood. We might do some streams where I just color because I enjoy coloring. It's very cool, but I'll show you some of these while I'm standing here. I do have to start cooking in a minute, but but it has like examples of some of them, and then it has like how to, in the beginning, teaches you about color theory. So like the different warm colors, cool colors, and like how different colors work together. Like it just gives you ideas about how to do things for people who aren't brushed up on that stuff. I went to art school, so I kind of know most of that, but and then it gives you like some tips how to like draw your own. That's like I drew my own little dots in there, so it shows you that you can like draw your own little designs inside of stuff if you want. Embellishing the line by outlining, double stroking, and adding shapes above and below the line as shown here. So if they have like a little line like that, you could add your own lines and stuff. Some of them have it already in there, but other ones you can add it yourself. So these are some of the ones I did. Little dragonflies. Yeah, like some of them, this one has like stuff already in the line, but you could add more of like your own stuff, like little designs and embellishments and stuff around it. And like these, see, these ones already have it, but you could add your own on other ones. So, but yeah, and then they have like little quotes. People will stare, make it worth their while. Harry Winston. So each one has like a quote on the back and then a photo. The ocean stirs the heart, inspires the imagination, and brings eternal joy to the soul. But I like them because they're just like very bold and simple. Like, they're just pretty easy to color, but they're fun. That one's a little more intricate, but they're just fun. This bold designs, and then yeah, you leaves you room that you can add your own designs and stuff onto it if you want. So teaches about shading in the front there. Again, it teaches about shading too. Where was it? Color techniques in media, markers, color versus colored pencil versus marker and colored pencil equals a smoother result. Smooth out areas colored with marker by going over them with colored pencils. So you could do marker and then colored pencil on top of it. I never thought to do that. Markers overlapped with colored pencils in a vertical. So that's kind of cool too. You can put colored pencil on top of markers to get different. Purple marker overlapped with white and light blue colored pencils. Yellow marker overlapped with orange and red colored pencils. So it's just teaching you how to do like different shading and stuff. Markers and gel pens. Just gives you different ideas. You can use like gel pens to add, like that's how it would be. And then you can add like little designs and stuff into the flowers. It just gives you ideas and tips and stuff in the beginning, which is cool. And then it shows you the color theory. There's the color wheel and everything. So it's cool. It starts with that, and then I'll show you just a few of the ones I did. No, that's not one of mine. Start at the beginning. Kiddo feels like a rock because she has extra weight on her belly. But I told her we all do. We all got a little chunk on our bellies. I don't know why it makes you feel like a rock though. You ain't a rock. It's not hard. If it does feel hard, then something's wrong. If it feels hard, girl, then get checked out because it shouldn't feel hard. So yeah, that's the owl I just did. I showed you that one a minute ago. And then I have a few more that I did. I haven't done a lot in this one, but... And then, like I said, I do have a coloring book, so maybe I'll do like a little giveaway when we finally get to our 1K, which should be coming up soon. You can do a giveaway of my other adult coloring book because I have a couple extra ones. I know you said that. I was so... Here, let me be easier to flip through it without holding the phone. Well, you didn't say how long pregnant she is, but you said she was pregnant. Heather's gonna be a grandma. Heather gonna be a grandma, y'all. See, I started that one. I just did the eyes. I don't know. I just did eyes on that one. Oh, this one's cute. I want to do this one soon. It's a pug in a little hat. Isn't that cute? A little pug in a bear hat. She had to confirm, so they gave her her due date. That's awesome. So she just got the due date like now, pretty much. Let's see, find a few more. Where flowers bloom, so does hope. I just like that they have the little quotes too. Some of them are nice. If you want something you've never had, then you've got to do something you've never done. That's how I feel about my YouTube channel. If I want something I never had, I got to do something I never done, which is talk to people. A crown is merely a hat that lets the rain in. Frederick the Great. Oh, this one's cute. The lion. The poetry of the earth is never dead. With our love, we could save the world. George Harrison. A bird does not sing because it has an answer. It sings because it has a song. Some of them are cute. And then we saw that one in the beginning. That's one of the ones that they showed an example of. Little birdie. That one's cute too. I want to do him soon. So yeah, I might just do some coloring streams at some point because I found my favorite coloring book. I got like half of this one done. It's like a little mandala with, I was doing some of the like shading techniques they showed, giving him like gray and then like kind of a pinky purple look. So it has like more dimension, but it still looks gray. Jamie hopes it's a girl. I hope it's a girl. You're going to get a boy now. You're going to get a boy now, Heather. So much depends upon a red wheelbarrow glazed with rainwater beside the white chickens. I think that's a song, a poem. William Carlos Williams. I've heard that poem before. It's so strange. You feel like it's a boy. Yeah, I do too, kind of. I don't know. I got a boy vibe. Here's a little chicken. It's kind of interesting. They put, like, the quotes sometimes relate to the picture that's on the back. Olivia or Dallas. Olivia. Olivia usually is spelled with an O. Hi, Julie. Okay, here's a couple more of mine. Looking for mine. The ones I've done. Be yourself. An original is always worth more than a copy. That's why you do so well, Heather. Because you're an original. It's a little pirate raccoon. You spell it with an A. Oh, okay. Yep, it's a horizontal stream because we're going to be cooking. So I got the whole kitchen. I'm just showing some of my coloring first. Then we're going to start cooking. This is my kitty cat. This is a little Skeletor cat for Halloween. I think that's almost the last one. I think there's just a couple more that I've done. I mean, there's a lot of more pages, but those are the ones I've actually done. I was just showing you the ones I actually completed. Little magic bus. Little bunny. If you obey all the rules, you miss all the fun. That's me. I don't like obeying rules. No rules. Dragonflies. Oh, this is one of the ones I like. I did this with pastels, with oil pastels. The horsey. It didn't blend out very well, but it's a horsey with oil. Oil pastel horsey. He's one of my favorites. I like him. Good green. I think that's the last one. That might be the last one. No, is there any more? Oh, no. Then there's the little gerbil guy. Bluebirds. Bluebirds, and then it goes back to the other one I just did. Bird bath. I can't remember the last time I colored. Yeah, I like the adult coloring books. They're fun. Well, sign up for my giveaway when I do it, and maybe you can win an adult coloring book and get back into coloring. And yeah, there's the one we just did last night. I think that's the last one. Yeah, then it goes to the owl and then back to the little chipmunks. But I never finished this one, but we started it with colored pencil. I like to use different media too. Some are done in markers, some are done in colored pencil, some are crayon, and some are actually oil pastels. I don't use the chalk pastels in there because they smear too much, but we use the oil pastels. So now we're going to get back into cooking mode because that's the actual point of this stream. I was just chatting about what we did last night. Yeah, that was what we did last night, is hung out with Julie and Kiddo and colored for their birthday. Is it dark? No, it's not dark. It's light. It's only like 3:30. All right, there's my knife. What time is it where you all are? What time is it where you are? Shouldn't be dark. I'm just putting my dishes away so I can get rid of this big thing on the counter and have more room to spread out. One of the Birdie's water bottles. Birdie's water bottle. Okay, yeah, now I can get rid of my dishwashing thing. So now we get this. No, I talked to my mom. That's another thing I was talking to my mom on about just now. That's why I was late getting on the live stream, because I was talking with my mom trying to get some info on certain things. My brother's taking my car on Friday, so I needed a ride to physical therapy, and then, which is tomorrow, I needed a ride to physical therapy, and then we were talking about the bed. I asked her, like, what happened. I was like, I was up all night cleaning, waiting for this bed. It never came. So she said, yeah, they just like didn't call. And then she had to go back down to the store, and they're not going to be able to deliver it until the 30th. So sometime next week. The 30th, they're supposed to deliver it, supposedly. Actually, here. Oh, wait, the blender. Wrong thing. No, I don't need the blender. I took the wrong piece. That's not what I wanted. Not the blender. Not the blender. See, it's not going to come till the 20th. Or, sorry, the 30th. It is the 20th. The 21st. So the 30th, it's supposed to come now. Which is kind of annoying. I stripped my whole bed, and I have just a sheet and one blanket on my bed. And I don't want to like put all my blankets back on there and then have it come. So I'm just gonna be working with my one little sheet and blanket for the next week. It's pretty hot anyway. I don't need like extra blankets. But... Right here, get our little thing. I need this for my onion. Sorry, hold on. I'm trying to get my hair pinned back a little bit. Maybe we'll get like a, I'm wondering if I should get a bandana to keep my hair back, but it's fine. Okay. So we're gonna get the tomatoes going first. I also might want to change my shirt because this is so white that it's gonna get stained. All right, let's go grab something. Let's go grab a different shirt. You like the post I did for your birthday? Oh, I'm glad. Glad you liked it. All right, I'm gonna grab a different shirt so this one doesn't get stained because I like this shirt. I like this shirt. I don't want it to get stained. What shirt can I throw on that's not gonna get ruined? still comfortable, but not ruin worthy. Just this black one. Plain black one might work. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna maybe just put this plain black shirt on. Black won't stain. Oh, my back has been so itchy. I got so burned. Not when I went tubing, but it was like the day after, the day before I went tubing. I think it was when I was out on the lake. I forgot to put my sunblock on that time, and then I was already burned. Hi, Looney. I was already burned. So I think I did get maybe a little bit more burned when I went tubing, but where is the other sleeve of this shirt? Where's the other sleeve? Oh, do I have this on backwards? Hold on, I went through the wrong side. There we go. That's better. Yeah, just a black shirt. Just something that won't get stained. Hi. And then yeah, if I have, let's see. Maybe just a bandana. Keep my hair back. My shiny bandana. There we go. Okay. Ta-da! That's better. Shiny bandana. Front. So to start, we always start with our tomatoes. And we're gonna get them cooking. Nice tomatoes. Just like over here, so you can actually see basement face. Hi, basement face. What's up, basement face? We need to get like a little thing to put this composty stuff in. Oh, there we go. There's my compost. Yeah, we just chop up our tomatoes and throw them in. And then at the very end, we blend it all after it's cooked. So I do need the blender later, but not right now. I just need the chopper for the onions. Some oil. Let's get some light in this kitchen. It's a little dark to cook. The best place to put this. You need to be able to, like, you can't tilt the thing down, can you? When it's tilt, it'll just tilt downwards. No, you can only tilt it down that way. It doesn't really tilt. I wish you could tilt. Like a regular tripod, you can tilt it. If I put that there, maybe. Something heavy in front of it to keep it from moving. Maybe this. To be able to tilt it a little bit, but not have it fall over. Oh, it's just better over here. I don't like the angle over here, but it's the only place I can put it where you can see. My basement face. I don't like my side profile. All you see is my big fat arms. Self-conscious. Oh. All right, let's get this started though. All right. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna chop up all our tomatoes. These are some of them here, and then there's more in the bag. So we're gonna chop up some of the other ones I got too. They make a nice sauce. That will make a nice saucy sauce. I don't know if that one's kind of bad. So too little went bad. Yeah, we're just gonna make the tomato sauce first and get it cooking because it takes a while to cook. Okay. Oh, thank you, kiddo. Thank you. It won't go off now with this, but when I start frying, it has all likelihood to go off. So yes, I'll go shut the door so make sure it doesn't go off. Thank you, kiddo. Kiddo's my little alarm reminder. I told her that's her job now. She doesn't have to be a mod, but she gets to be the person who reminds me to go shut my bedroom door so my fire alarm doesn't go off. I have like the most sensitive fire alarm, and it goes off every time I cook. We put a bag over this one so that one doesn't go off. But there's another one in my bedroom, and that'll go off. If there's even like a hint of steam in the air, it goes off. So crazy. Thank you, sweetie. Kiddo has a very important job. Make sure my cooking streams doesn't get taken over by the alarm. Going, wee, 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 wee. Oh. Yeah, I don't know if you can see. I can move that down a little bit so you guys can see again. Yeah, the tomatoes just kind of take a little bit to cook. They have to cook down, and then I have to blend them and then put the herbs and stuff into them. So I want to get that cooking first. And then we'll switch over and start frying up eggplant. And then I have lots of cheese and goodies in the fridge to put with that. Oh, it's hot. Hot in here. Yeah, it tastes really good when you use it with that. And you have the fresh tomato sauce. There's nothing like it. You get the fresh eggplant and the fresh tomato sauce. It's a combo out of heaven. Put these little tiny tomatoes in there. Those will just cook down. And look, we got some little orange peppers from the garden too. Look at these little orange ones. Aren't they cute? And then we got all these little peppers. I don't know if I'll do anything with those tonight, but I could put them in the sauce after. Let's see. And then, yeah, there's the other stuff we just got. Oh, yeah, my back's so itchy from I don't like the noise of the smoke alarm. You'd appreciate if there was a real fire. Yeah. Well, that's why we left one where we didn't cover it. And like, if there was a real fire, it would also probably melt that bag and then eventually go off. But I'm like, we'll leave one still working in my bedroom. Like, I'm out here. If I'm out here, I would notice a fire because I'd be out here. Like, I don't need the alarm to tell me there's a fire if it's the same room that I'm already in. So, hold on, I gotta plug my phone back in. Yeah, I don't need the alarm to tell me there's a fire if it's in the same room I'm already in. But if I'm like sleeping in my bed and a fire happens overnight or something, then it's at least I still have one in my bedroom. because I covered the one here. I had it completely turned off. I like literally ripped it out of the wall. I was so pissed at it one night it wouldn't stop going off. But my brother came and rehooked it back up, and we just put a bag over it. Because we're like, if there's an actual fire, the heat will melt the bag and then it'll go off. And we still have one in my bedroom, but I just got to remember to shut the door so it doesn't go off when I'm cooking. When I'm cooking, I'll notice because I'm right here. I don't need a fire alarm to tell me there's a fire when I'm standing here cooking. And the furthest I ever go when I'm cooking is like my couch. I don't like leave stuff cooking and leave the house or anything. Yeah, I don't like it either. That's why I shut the door. And it goes off for no reason. Like I've been cooking for like probably over 20 years. Like I've been cooking since I was like 12. And I've never lit anything on fire. I'm like, don't plan to start now. So that thing goes off like way more than it should, considering I've never actually burnt anything. Anytime I fry anything, the steam that goes in the air when you're frying food, it just goes off. All right, these are just little baby tomatoes. Little baby tomatoes. There's little ones in there. I'm gonna pop a couple. Really good. Bummer. Popped on me. Just the little stems. So Whiskey's face has been doing a lot better, guys. We'll go check on him while this stuff is cooking after I get the eggplant going and stuff. You can go check on him. But yeah, everything's looking pretty good on him. I checked on him last night with Kiddo when we went and brought him him and Lily, their little kale birthday cake with a carrot candle. A couple little things that those tomatoes aren't quite done. And there to ripen a little bit more. Grabbed a couple that weren't quite ripe. They're like ripe, but they're still kind of hard. But yeah, we'll go and like clean his face again, but it's looking a lot better. It hasn't been as swollen. It's still like a little, like tiny bit puffy, but I like can't tell whether it's like, I think it's always going to be like a little bit weird looking now because he probably is going to have a scar there, which is going to make his fur bump up a little bit. He has like there's almost like a little cowlick in his fur now from where the scar is going to be. So it still looks like the fur looks like puffed out at a weird angle, but the cut itself has not looked bad. It looks like it's finally healing. So I'm like praying that it continues to heal and I don't need another trip to the vet because what they were proposing to do sounded really expensive. And I'm like, oh, well, let's just give it a couple more weeks and see if we can get it to turn around with diligence. So I've been very diligent again. I was kind of letting it go a little bit because my mom kept saying maybe you're messing with it too much and like not to mess with it and just like let it heal. But when I did that, it seemed to just like the bacteria would just proliferate. Like you got to clean it out and just keep it clean. When you have an infection, just keeping it clean is like very important. If the fire's close enough to melt the bag, then you got to climb out your window. Well, there's a door in my bedroom too, which helps. There's a million doors in this house, so I'm not too worried about it. Look, got a big slider, a door right here that goes out to the garage and go out the garage or out the doghouse and then out. Big slider door right here. Getting out the windows would be tough because it's kind of high. I have to move the couch, and plus they only open like, they're like these kind of windows. I kind of get to like really, they get this bar in the middle and be yeah, I don't think I'm getting out that. I'd have to break the window to get out there. But that's not a problem because if there's a fire here and I'm stuck in my bedroom, there's a door right here. If I was asleep, yeah, there's a door right here. I should keep this more accessible, but this is why I have to clean up my laundry so I can get out the fire door. It's locked. Ta-da! Goes out to the goats. Hi, goaties! See? There's a separate entrance because this was supposed to be my massage studio. Fire drill. Yep. Right? Showing all the fire escape exits. Oh, well, it's not closing anymore. Here. We'll just put the door back in front of it because it's not locking. It comes out of position. There. But this is what I was trying to tell that lady Yvonne. She was like telling me about like, I don't know, something about like that I obviously hadn't been to my goat house in forever because the door didn't shut or something. And I'm like, it's not that I don't go out there. I go out there every day. The door just doesn't shut because it swells during different seasons. So the door will shut during certain seasons and then it doesn't shut during other seasons. So that's the same thing just happened with that door. As soon as I unlocked it, it shifted. And now I can't get it to lock again. I'm gonna have to like, I can't do it with, I need two hands at least. I can't do it with the phone in my hand. I gotta like lift it up and then lock it into the position. All right, this is the brand new eggplant we just picked. I want to use the older ones first that are in my fridge. But yeah, that was my fire drill. My fire drill. So we got these ones. Ta-da! Eggplants. They're getting a little smushy, but they're still fine. They're just getting dehydrated in my fridge for a week. Okay. Hi, Lunar. Lunar Tuner. Alright, here's my fancy knife. And then we have to move this to the other. Smush these a little bit. And then I have to move this to the other burner so I can work off of this burner. Because I'm left-handed, I have to do everything like this. Plus, that side of the counter is just too small to even work off of anyway, so work off of this side. I'm just smushing the tomatoes a little bit. Smushy smush. Hi, basement face. Yeah, we're just smushing our tomatoes a little bit. As they cook more, they'll smush up more, and then we run them through the blender at the very end after they're all cooked. Do I have any more of these, or is that it? I think that was it. Yep, there we go. That looks like plenty anyway. So that's going to make a nice tomato sauce. The tomatoes got to cook down for a while, and then we add, at the very end, we blend it, and then we get like, after we take all this out into the blender, then we'll put like our oil, cook it with some onion and garlic, and then add the herbs and stuff. Lorazepam is done. Looks like I got a refill for my anxiety meds. I don't really need them, but I like to have them on hand because I only had a couple left. But I have like, I get like 10 at a time and they last me like 6 months or so. So really an issue. It's nice to have doctors that like understand that I have sporadic anxiety and will just give me what I need because they know I don't abuse it. Like finally gotten to that point where I have doctors that know I don't abuse stuff. Like for years it was after I got over my drug addiction, everyone thought I was like a drug seeker, and I'm like, I'm not drug seeking. I just need treatment. Like, the only reason I ever took drugs to begin with was because I was self-medicating. If you would just like treat my anxiety the way it needs to be treated, then I wouldn't be seeking anything to begin with. And then when you're constantly struggling with anxiety, it makes it worse. And then you're just like, it becomes a feedback loop where you're just like constantly seeking something to get it away. And then you get addicted, and then you're just taking stuff around the clock even when you don't need it. Then you get anxiety from not having it, which I'm sure MJ relates to with the Benadryl stuff. But yeah, this bottle I've had for so long that I can't even read it. It's my anxiety. I was trying to see when the last time I got a refill it was, but I can't even read the bottle. It's so old. It's been a while. I think it's been like close to 10 months since I picked this up. Delolio. Cannot read it. I don't know. It's been long enough for all the letters to wear off the bottle. But yeah, looks like that one's done. Let me just check, see if my other meds are done. So I have to go to the store and pick those up too. It's 4. Erica's supposed to come around 6, so maybe we can get this done in like the next hour and then run up to the pharmacy. Let's see. Pharmacy. Verify my PIN. They make you do a PIN to sign into everything. Alright, let's see. Filling 4. Which ones are done? 4 prescriptions are ready. Let's see. Are those ready? 1, 2, 3. I think they are all ready. Oh, nice. Alright, at least they're ready. Sometimes they take forever. Coverage applied. Alright. Everything's ready except for my migraine med, which I could maybe get that tomorrow. I have extras of those already anyway. Yes, I can give Duke a pet when he comes. Yeah, we do need fire alarms. I wish food wouldn't get on fire, so whoever invented smoke alarms didn't have to invent them. I think smoke alarms is a very bad infection. Infection. Oh, invention, I think is what you meant. I'm like, infection. I mean, yeah, if fire didn't exist and things didn't light on fire, but we also need fire, and that's how fire is made, is with heat. And that's how you cook food, is with heat. And if we didn't have heat, we wouldn't be able to cook food, and we wouldn't be able to have fire, which in the old days before we had homes and shelter, that's what kept us warm, so the human race could survive. Let's move this over a little bit. There we go. Yeah, Erica's going to come over later. Or at least she's supposed to, as long as her plans don't change. As long as Erica's plans don't change, she's supposed to come over later with Duke. So that's why I'm cooking. We kind of switch off. Sometimes she cooks, sometimes I cook. She came over and cooked last time. She came to my house, but she cooked. She like brought stuff and then she cooked for us. So we kind of switch off. We do little cooking things. All right, let's get my egg. So now this is how we do the eggplant. My beer. So yeah, if you guys are with me, to start the sauce, you just basically cut up a whole bunch of tomatoes and get them cooking. So you just want to cook down the tomatoes first so that they're like a tomato puree. You're basically turning it into what they would give you in the store, is basically like tomato puree. Sometimes they season it when they give you a can, but like when they give you tomato cans, it's just like tomato puree. It's this step. They do this step for you where they'll boil down all the tomatoes. Ye gave me the perfect name for your family. It's the Stitchlings. Oh, that is cute. I know you're not that great at spelling, but I figured out what you meant. fires start other ways, electrical or candles. Yeah, they do. But that all makes heat too. Electricity makes heat. Obviously, candles make heat. Obviously, we found out that. Obviously, we found out how candles can burn things. I still got my chunk out of my hat. Actually, I got to order that new hat that I found. I found it online. I just haven't ordered it yet. Yeah, we got our egg and then oil. I want to use a different kind of oil. You don't use olive oil when you fry because it burns. It has a lower heat. What do they call it? It's heat. They call it something. Heat versatility. Is that what it's called? Something. I don't know. It has a stronger heat point, but it burns a lot faster than other oils. So we use the grapeola, which is grapeseed oil, and this one works pretty well. There's also, you can use canola oil. That's a decent one too. I don't have a lot of this left. I'm going to use it sparingly. Here's my other bowl. My bowl. Yeah, definitely in businesses, especially. In houses, I mean, how are they going to know if you disconnected? I have them. I just kind of disconnected mine a little bit. But yeah, when you get your house inspected, you need to have them. I need a bowl. A bigger bowl. All mine are in the wash. Do I have a bigger bowl? Do. Those are my mom's bowls. She don't have no bowls either. Where's everyone's bowls? Where's everyone's bowls? Nobody has bowls. Yes. I could use a plate, but the plates are kind of small. I don't want the breadcrumbs to go all over the place. Maybe I'll use one of my mom's plates. These are bigger. My plates are a little small and flat, and the breadcrumbs always end up going all over the place. I'll take one of my mom's plates because hers are bigger. Doodle-doo. Oh, let me put my all chat on. I don't think I have that chat on. Yeah, it's on only top chat. We need everybody. You spell horrible. Yeah, you spell good enough. Yeah. Exactly. I don't think they would. But mine aren't removed. All I got to do is take the bag off before the insurance company comes. So you didn't hear that. But we got this fire alarm's on my mom's side anyway, and there's still one in my bedroom. There's just one of them that's covered up, the one in the main room. I didn't cover all of them. I only covered one of them. Just this one that always goes off for no reason. Actually, let me shut the door again because I went in there to show the fire door. But yeah, it is cool that I have my own little door to get out if we do have a fire. If we do have a fire, I can escape out my little door. Because yeah, that was supposed to be my massage studio. It was supposed to, my bedroom was supposed to be upstairs in that little room with the thing on the door, right there. That was supposed to be my bedroom up in the attic. So I was supposed to have my bedroom upstairs and then a separate entrance for, you know, clients and stuff to come in through the back of the house so that they don't have to come through and then walk through my my kitchen and stuff so that they could just go directly into the massage space, not walk through my house. So that's why we set it up that way. It was built for a specific purpose, but it never just didn't end up happening. Okay. So here, let me sharpen my knife a little bit. Okay. So we got our breadcrumbs. These are actually homemade breadcrumbs too. I made these when the kids were up with Aria and Kaden. Aria and the kids helped me make these breadcrumbs. They're in a regular breadcrumb bin, but we ran out of breadcrumbs. We just saved the bin to put our own breadcrumbs in. So it's regular bread to make the breadcrumbs. It was just regular bread. We put it in the toaster oven to dehydrate them basically. We just put them on toast and kept flipping them. So you like toast it like several times on low so that they don't get burnt. You don't want them to get burnt, but you just toast them so that they kind of dry out. And then you keep flipping them so that they don't get too toasted on one side. This oven has a dehydrate mode, but it takes forever to heat up. So we did it in the small oven because that one goes a lot faster. But the small oven, the little toaster oven, doesn't have a dehydrate mode. So we used it on toast. If you have a dehydrate mode, you can put it on dehydrate, and that works too. But if you don't have dehydrate, then you can just put it on toast and then, or even bake, and then just keep flipping it so it doesn't get too dark. So you have nice light brown breadcrumbs, not like dark breadcrumbs that'll make your stuff look burnt, even if it's not. So now we get our eggs. So we get at least 2 or 3 eggs. Oh yeah, that works too. Croutons are basically little breadcrumbs anyway. They're just pieces of bread into little squares, toasted with seasoning. So yeah, that's what we did. And then we mix either a little bit of flour or cornmeal. Cornmeal works really well because it crisps up really well when you cook it. It gives it like a nice golden brown, and I don't know, it just, there's something about the cornmeal that it makes things really, gives it a nice crisp to it. So we mix like cornmeal into it. I don't know if you can see when I look into it, the lots of little pieces. Like you can see the little yellow pieces. That's the cornmeal in there. And then we get a bunch of herbs from our garden. We put the herbs through the grinder and we grind that all into it. So it's all our fresh garden herbs, regular bread, and then cornmeal and a little bit of flour. And you mix it all together and grind it in the grinder. So everything here is pretty much made from scratch today. We're going to have a full scratch meal. Treat my friend. So then we get our egg. You put a little bit of water so that the egg isn't too gooey. You always put a little bit of water in the egg so it's not too gooey, so it goes smoother onto the stuff. And kiddo, don't worry about your spelling. We're teaching you every now and then. I correct you sometimes, but that's just so you can learn. I don't actually care. And I can usually tell what you're trying to say, so. I laughed for a second just because you were like, it's a bad infection. It just sounded funny, but I knew what you were saying. I just thought it sounded funny, so I laughed. The smoke alarm infection. Oops, Stratty wants some egg. Stratty, you want some egg? Here, we'll get Stratty some egg. You want a little bit? Stratty wants a little bit of the egg. Stratus, get over here. Can't have it. Here, I'll give Stratty some egg. Little boy wants some egg. Get over here. Eat out of your own dish. Don't try to eat out of mine. So, here, have a little bit. I think Looney wants some egg too. Looney, you want an egg too? Everyone's coming for an egg. Everyone's coming for an egg now. Goofy animals. You can't do anything with them. Stratty's getting some egg. And Looney will just give her a full egg. There you go. It's for you. Yum, yum. Got it? There you go. She can play with that. No, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Ain't the end of the world. We can all tell what you're trying to say. So the only point of language is for communication. That's literally the point of language, is to be able to communicate with people. You can still communicate because we can understand what you're saying. I hate trying to prove anything to anyone. Spelling is only important when you're trying to prove yourself, to like prove your intelligence, to, you know, job interviews and that kind of stuff. That's the only time spelling is really that important, is when you're trying to prove yourself to somebody. But you ain't looking for a job, and you ain't trying to do anything special that you would need spelling for that I know of, so ain't a big deal. I'm using words that aren't even a word. I've been using the word ain't, and ain't a word. That didn't sound or type right. That didn't sound or type right. Gummy worms, yum. Gummy worms are yummy. I have the little gummy, I have the little fruit gummies. Hold on, I'm gonna leave the phone there because it's plugged in, but yeah, they're so good. They're my favorite. Are they still over here, or did I put them back? Maybe I put them back. I don't know. Where did I put them? Where did I put the fruit gummies? I'm gonna put them away already. Are they over here then? Did I put them away? I had them over there, but maybe I put them away. Where'd they go? Where'd they go? Mooney, did you steal my fruit gummies? Anyway, I had the little Welch's fruit gummies. I kind of want one now that I thought of it. You guys are making me want gummies. I had the box over here earlier because I was eating them. Did they move? I cleaned up my... Oh, there's behind here. Oh, it's on the couch. It's behind there. I think I accidentally made the couch over the box. But I have these little... I got these the other night. The little Welch's fruit gummies. They're so good. Love little gummy. Stratty, get out of my eggs. Get out of my eggs, little boy. Get out of there. I already gave you some. Turn on. Yeah, these are good. I like these, I think, better than gummy worms. Even though the worms have like the little sugar on them, which is kind of good, but I like those better. Yeah, so then we cut up our eggplant. Now, some people, you can do it either way. Some people cut them circles like this. So they'll cut them in circles so that each one is like a little circle. That's how I used to do them. My auntie still does it that way, and her eggplant's really delicious. But I stopped doing it that way because they just take too long to fry when you do circles, and it wastes a lot of room in the pan. So I've started doing them like this, in like strips, because you can get like, this is just a really small one, but when you get the longer ones, you can get like nice long strips, and then you lay them in the dish like a lasagna pretty much. It just makes it easier to sell. So, but you can do it either way. You can do it either way, but when you have long ones like this, you can literally lay the whole strip into the pan, like a little lasagna. It seemed easier that way than laying a bunch of little circles. I just get like a few strips and it covers pretty much the whole bottom. It's just faster and more efficient. But most people do it like circles. But I do it like this. That's the unique way that I make my zucchini. Or not zucchini, my eggplant. I don't know a lot of people that do it like this way. Most people I see do it as circles. But this is how I do it, and I used to do it the other way. I just found it easier for me at least, especially because I have problems standing for very long and it takes longer to do the circles because they don't fit in the pan the right way. Like it leaves too much room because the circles don't, like if you have two circles, then it leaves the space in the middle here. Like, I get a pen and like draw it. I'm trying to explain. I'm sure you guys understand what I'm trying to say. But if you have you get like a tray or a pan, there's a fry pan. You have a little fry pan, and then if you have like little circles, but you just like kind of waste a lot of space in between. Like in between each circle, there's like this room here. Because you get that like little triangle, a bit of space in between each one and stuff. Whereas if you go on the other side, whereas if you did like this half the pan as strips, you're able to do like strip, 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 strip. It just doesn't waste less room, so you're able to fit more on the pan at a time. You'll see when I start laying them out on the pan that it makes it able to cook faster for me. Egg was the only thing your cat would eat for the first 6 months of her life. Oh, she wouldn't eat cat food. You had to make her scrambled eggs twice a day. What's Blue Moon talking about? I think that's Halo. Now Blue's talking. Hi. Yeah, the first one was Halo, but now Blue's talking. Now that we're talking to him, he responds. But yeah, so that's why I started doing it different. It's just I can't be on my feet for hours in the kitchen. It takes a while to fry, especially. I used to cook for like a big household. Now it's just like I'm cooking for me and Erica, though I'm still gonna cook kind of a lot because I always like leftovers to have. But I used to cook for like my big family and make this whole big tray, and usually it would take 2 trays. So I would cook like 2 trays of eggplant at a time, and it would just take forever doing little circles. So I do it like this now. I just can't stand my feet for that long. And it is a little faster this way. So if anyone's looking for a faster way to do eggplant, this is the way I suggest. And of course it pretty much tastes the same because it's the same thing. Sometimes it can have maybe a slightly different texture depending on how thin you slice it. I cut them relatively thin. Kind of like them on the thinner side so they're nice and chewy. Not chewy, nice and soft. And when the ones from the garden compared to the ones you get in the store, oh my god. Garden eggplant is so tender. Like the ones you get in the store can be like almost a little stringy sometimes. A little tough. You like almost have to cut them really thin. That's probably why I got used to cutting them so thin. But these ones actually don't have to cut as thin because when you get them from the garden, they are so tender. It like melts in your mouth. Ooh, that one accidentally broke. Accidentally broke that one. But yeah, so there's like 2 different types of eggplant here. We got the big ones and then the little skinny ones. So we have a couple of different types. And then this one we just picked today. There was one even bigger than this. My mom brought the really big one to Joe because she only brought him one and I have multiple. But she brought him one that was like this. Like from here, like all the way, like double like this and then around. It was huge. Massive one. Jumbo. I wish I got a picture of it before she took it. It was huge. So she took one to her friend Joe. Like I said, it was nice she asked me this time. But I actually like to give my garden goodies away to family, friends and stuff, so I have no problem with that. It's nice when they ask just to make sure I'm not like planning on cooking anything with it. Like if she had taken all the tomatoes, I would have been bummed because I had plans to cook with them today. And she did take some of them, but I went up to my brother's. I knew there was some up there, so I said go for it. I said, you know what? I did have plans for the tomatoes, but go for it because I'll just go up to Mikey's and grab some. I knew there was going to be some up there. What's everyone saying? I see people. You waited a couple days to see the food looks so good. Thank you, Julie. What do you think the birds were saying? They probably just want attention because I'm over here not paying them attention right now. You waited a couple days to see the vet and he gave her a suppository and she was good at noon. Oh, that's weird. What do you think, she had just irritable bowels or something? I wonder why she could tolerate eggs but not anything else. Eggs go through them softly or something. Was she constipated? I don't know. But glad the vet took care of it. Made her feel better. Okay, let's do this one. All right, we'll get these cooking now that there's some on the stove, and we'll get a little pan to put these in. Here's the other pan. Should just put in this. Put that behind. Hold on. Somewhere to put this. Just like. This here. I'm gonna move all this stuff. Just like random herbs and things. Okay, this here. Somewhere that I can put the eggplant when it comes out. The pan doesn't fit on the stove. There we go. That works. Remove the kitchen water. So if my phone falls, it doesn't fall in the water. Yeah, what are you guys cooking tonight? If you're cooking or just winging it. Like that. Okay, there we go. That works. I'm trying to get some room over here so you guys can see what I'm doing. Actually, maybe. Put on that side. That'll work. Put on that side. Cleaning stuff goes there. Here. That's gotta get washed anyway. Now that I picked that up, that's gotta get washed. Here we go. We can put this behind here. Now you guys can actually see what's going on. Now y'all can see. Now I got like a little area here where you guys can actually see things. So yeah, we have the egg. That's the egg that's in this bowl. You can't like see into it, but when you see me dipping in this bowl, that's the egg. So you dip in the egg, and then you dip in the breadcrumbs, cover both sides. And then you throw it on the little pan. But see when you have it like, where you have it with, on the slices, where it's the vertical slices instead of the circles. See how you can put it in the pan better? You can like lay it all the way up against the pan, and then when you go to put more in, it'll like go, you can like really get like right up against it. So you don't waste as much space on the pan. So you're able to fit a lot more because you just don't waste as much space. You've never had eggplant? Oh my god. Oh my god. I wish I could cook for you guys. I always wish you could like send food or smells or things through the internet, like on Willy Wonka, where he sends the little chocolate bar through the television. That's what I wish. That's what I wish you could do in real life. Send a little plate of eggplant through the computer screen. And then you pull it out and go, ooh, yum. You don't know yet what is in it? What's in what? You're having leftover beans? I like beans. I want to make a chili soon. I love chili. I don't eat as much stuff like that that's like pure tomato. Like I can have this a little bit. Even the eggplant kind of bothers me a little bit. Even the eggplant kind of bothers me a little bit, but with the sauce, because I have an ulcer. It's kind of like a dormant ulcer, but when I eat things that bother it, it pops back up. If I eat something too saucy or sometimes too cheesy even, because I have a little bit of a, what's it called, lactose intolerance. Too saucy, too cheesy, too much onion, or that kind of thing. It'll bother my heartburn, basically, get my ulcer flaring up. Or if I take NSAIDs by mouth, I can. That's why I use the gels now instead of anything by mouth, because my ulcer. But it was like really bad for a while. Now I've got it mostly dormant, as long as I don't go too far off my diet and eat too much stuff that bothers it. But I used to literally, I would make like a tomato sauce and I would like eat the sauce like it was soup. But I can't do that anymore. And so that's why I don't eat as much like chili, because it's basically sauce. Like just tomato with the beans and stuff, but it's like the pure tomato bothers me. This is at least not as much tomato as it's like a lot of the vegetable in it. And I go easy on it, the sauce too now. Like I used to load it up with sauce, and now I kind of go easier. When I make lasagna and when I make eggplants, I just put like a very thin layer of sauce, like just as much that I need to make it liquefy in there. Yeah, now you get all the things cut up, and then you just throw them in the pan, and then we'll cut up our next one after these are all frying. Just getting them frying while I wait to cut them up. I try to use just one hand for the egg, so it gets like all icky, and then one hand for the breadcrumbs, because this one I can dust off and at least have one hand that's not fresh. Let me get my little foot pad for my feet. But see like how you can fit so much in there when it's, I'll show you now that it's full. And like I could even probably fit one or two more if I wanted to, but I'm not going to overdo it. Here, I accidentally, there. You'll see, whereas with the circles, you waste too much space with the circles. Oop, dropped one. That's what I get for trying to do it with one hand. All right, I need to put my phone down. Can't do things with one hand. This I just vacuumed. Nobody has to know. 5-second rule. Turn it down. Turn it down. And a little overcooked. Yeah, that's what I usually use, is a fork and a knife, not just the knife. You get like the knife on the very edge and then just flip it. But you need the fork to kind of hold it steady. There you go. Alright, that's almost done. And then we're going to put that in here. Let's see. We're going to switch this. This is lower. This pan gets too hot. Put that back over there. This gets too hot on that side. chat. That's the only problem with horizontal mode is the chat like disappears. Was Heather's, can you eat eggplant raw? I mean, you probably could. It doesn't taste very good raw. Oh, Julie's having a TV dinner, but she doesn't know which one yet. Oh no, one of your nightlights broke, kiddo. And Jamie's having beef stroganoff. That sounds good too. I didn't know Heather's throat was bothering her. Sorry about your throat. Here, you going over here to flip these and take them off. I moved the pan over here because it was too hot on that burner, and that burner like doesn't turn down low for some reason. You can't get the burner to go down. It's kind of annoying. It's like a high burner, it just doesn't go low. And then that for a second. A little more oil on there. And let's cut up our next batch. Put a little of those in there. Oh, drink. Oh, cover fell in the egg. Okay. So yeah, let's do that. Goes over there. This is going to be really good with like everything being homemade. Oh my god. I have a feeling this is going to be real tasty. The sauce is homemade, the breadcrumbs are homemade, the eggplant and the tomatoes are homegrown. I don't think there's anything here that isn't homemade. So this is going to be good. It's going to be good. And healthy too. I'm really trying to work on my diet because, yeah, I was talking to my doctor again this morning. Like I said, I had my doctor's appointment and yeah, my thyroid has been off. So, and it's my vitamin levels are all off, and that's usually what does it is, hold on, I need a cloth to wipe. I'm not just wiping everything on my pants. I end up wiping then the back of my pants have just fingerprints on them. So let's get a cloth and do that instead of just doing this every 2 seconds. Because then I turn around and I'm like, oops. But yeah, that's kind of what happens is my vitamin levels go down if my diet's off, and then my body like compensates, or all the hormones try to compensate for whatever's off, and it just throws everything else off. So right now my thyroid levels are off and my vitamin D is low, which I don't really get how my vitamin D is low because I've been out in the sun like a ton. Though then I do miss days where I just sleep all day. So I don't know. I didn't know you had to be in the sun every day for your vitamin D to stay up. But I guess your body uses it. Uses it up. I don't know. I don't know exactly how stuff works, but I guess I gotta go in the sun even more. And it's tricky because winter's coming too. Then I'm gonna be in the sun even less. So I don't know. The next few weeks I want to get out paddleboarding more and be in the sun, especially where it's kind of coming into fall. So we're gonna not be able to go outside after a little while. So I want to soak up as much sun as possible the next few weeks. I do have my I have a what's it called, a wetsuit that I got at the thrift store. It was only like $20. Those things go for like hundreds of dollars. And there's a wetsuit I got in my size so that I could go paddleboarding, like even as it starts to get colder. Because the water isn't really cold, but it can be cold outside. And you can't like wear clothes in the water because then your clothes just get wet and soggy. But I was like, oh, if I have a wetsuit, it can keep my body warm while I'm riding my paddleboard, and I can ride like into the fall. Like last year, I was literally going up until like December. Almost. I was like, I want to ride in December. My last trip was like November 28th or something like that. And then I was trying to get out. It was like December 5th was going to be my next trip, and then it snowed. And I was like, well, I guess I'm not going out anymore. But I literally went out on my paddleboard all the way through the fall up until like the first snow. So, and then I was like, okay, I guess I'm done. I'm not tracking the paddleboard down through the snow. I mean, there was no snow in the water, but I'm not wheeling the paddleboard down through the snow to get to the water. Tomatoes are getting there. Oh, one. Yeah, so I'm going to try to start doing that. And like all the way through September and October, we're going to try to do a lot of paddleboarding. Yeah, maybe even a couple times in November. I don't know. Depends. Depends how the weather holds. But yeah, the tubing trip was awesome. A lot more work. We have to go early in the season, but at least we got everyone out there and made them realize that it was fun. So now everybody wants to go. So everyone was saying that they want to go next year around May or early June when the wet water is actually running and moving, because the rivers kind of dry up towards the end of the year. It gets hot all through the summer. The trickle kind of slows down. And we haven't had any rain too for like the past 3 weeks. That's why the garden's looking all dried up too. We need to water. I don't think there's going to be any. It was supposed to rain. Well, it did rain yesterday finally, but it wasn't like a lot. Like for how dry it's been at least. Like you saw me feeling my brother's garden. It rained yesterday and it's already all dried up. Like the plants just soaked up the water because it was so dry before. So it needs more water than what it was getting. When it's been so dry like that for so long, you need more water than just one rainstorm. But yeah, we're just cutting up the eggplant right now, and then we'll get this all on the fry pan again. And then maybe while this is frying, if we have time, it seems to fry quick, but I put it on the lower burner, so hopefully it won't fry as quickly. And I'll have time to grind up the sauce while that fries. And then I gotta text Erica to double check that she's coming. It's fine if she doesn't, but it'd be nice if she did. And if she had like an open house, she does real estate too, like my mom. So she had like open houses and stuff today. So we're gonna check in with her and see if she's still planning on coming after work, because that's when she was gonna come. She's like, I have an open house from like 4 to 6, but I could come by with Duke after that. So Mooney's gonna get a little play date. That's nice stuff. Woo. Yeah, I want to just make sure I cook these ones that are all they were getting like a little just smushy in my fridge. Like they're still nice and white inside. They weren't turning brown or anything. They just get dehydrated, like they lose moisture, which isn't a huge deal, but they can only lose so much moisture before they start to go bad. So all right, let's turn this on now. Oh, hold on. Hot. Ooh. Now we're going to do the same thing with my egg. I'm going to need a little more egg too. Running low because I gave like half of it to Stratus. Stratus came and got my egg. He doesn't usually ask for much, so when he asks for something, I give it to him because he's such an easygoing kitty. Lucky's the little beggar who always wants food. Lucky's my little beggar. Stratus is a good boy. He never asks for much. He's so easygoing. So when he does want something, I say, okay. All right, let's do a little more egg in there because I'm gonna need more. It's getting low. If we don't use it all, then the animals will eat it. A little more. Heather, how do you get like hundreds of people coming to your live streams? I don't get it. You're back and had the same thing that Julie had to eat for dinner? Nice. What did you guys have? You had like some sort of weird little like TV dinner type of thing? You guys just had like a little... I have those sometimes. Not often. If anything, I have like a pre-packaged meal, but it's not like a TV dinner. You like still have to cook it. Like I get like the chicken that's like pre-marinated, but it's still like whole chicken. You guys have been like going crazy with the dino nuggies. That I bought some chicken nuggets the other day. Not like dinosaur shaped ones, because I feel like those are like low quality chicken. But I got some organic, like free range, pasture raised, whatever, nuggets from Applegate Farm. So they're still nuggets. They're just like made with a little higher quality chicken. Yeah, whenever I go live, I only have like 2 or 3 people at a time. And then nobody's talking. So I don't know who to talk to. It's hard to keep a conversation going when nobody's here. I'm like, how do you get 1 million people to come? Not 1 million, but like at least 100. Come on, people. Come on. Come on. Come to the live stream. Join us. Join us. Join us. We have Italian food. That's a spicy meatball. I'm being silly. Anyway. I'm more of an adult. Why? Because I know how to cook? Want me to teach you how to cook? I've been cooking since I was like a 12 though, so it has nothing to do with being an adult. Even children could cook if they want to learn. Even little Aria cooks. She saw the little thing that Aria made. She made her little fruit plate. Anyone can learn to cook if they are interested in it. It's really not that hard. You just either come up with stuff or follow a recipe. I'd suggest probably following a recipe at first if you don't know what you're doing, but honestly, just playing with things and trying things out, I mean, it's fun. Like, that's kind of how I started. Was I didn't follow recipes. I was just like, hey, there's this and this, let me try to put it together, and I would just go through my fridge and find whatever I could that looked like I could put it together and try to make something. Like start with like, oh, a sandwich, and then I'd have like mac and cheese, and I'm like, oh, maybe if we put this in the mac and cheese, it would taste good. I don't know. I made some weird things back in my day, especially as a kid. We used to make these cheese sandwiches. That was like the first thing I ever cooked. That was like, it was like a bagel with just a piece of cheese on top, and we would put it in the microwave, and you only had like maybe a minute to eat it before the bagel would get like really hard, because bread doesn't do well in the microwave. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, and especially bagels. They were like the cheap little Lender's bagels. I don't know if that brand still exists, but they were called Lender's bagels, and they were like tiny little bagels, little ones. And we would put like a piece of American cheese on it. And put it in the microwave. You had to put it on a plate because the cheese would all melt through and get all over the place if you didn't. You put it in the microwave for like 30 to 45 seconds. Can't even do a minute because the cheese will melt. too much and drip everywhere. And then yeah, it would be like a grilled cheese, but it would be like a grilled cheese, but not grilled. Because the way you act sometimes. Well, I like the way you act, except for when you're being rude to your sister and having meltdowns. But that doesn't have anything to do with being childish either. It can seem childish, but that's mental illness, not childlike behavior. I think there needs to be like a distinguishment of the stigma between people acting like childish and having a tantrum versus like actually having like a meltdown, which is caused by like sensory overload and that kind of stuff. I mean, not to say people with autism can't have tantrums too, but there's a difference. It's like what causes it and what you're trying to achieve by it. If you're actually just letting your emotions out because you're feeling emotionally stuck, or if you're throwing a tantrum trying to manipulate people, it's kind of, there's a difference there. So it's like the intention behind it has a lot to do with it. But for autism especially, we have meltdowns and it can seem childish to a lot of people, but it's just kind of how it is. Mine are just very emotional, and I used to hit my head and stuff, but I still wouldn't consider it childish. Maybe the emotions behind it can seem childish sometimes, because when we're in our heads, we're not thinking about like the broader picture all the time. So it can seem like, oh, you're just acting like a child, like maybe being entitled or like trying to look for attention, but a lot of the time it's because we're just stuck in our emotions at that moment. And then we come out of it and we realize that we were acting ridiculous. But you couldn't control it in the moment. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to talk about mental illness because it's different for everybody, and especially autism like affects everybody differently. They say like if you've met one autistic person, you've met one autistic person, basically. Like no two autistic people are alike, and I mean that could really go for anything. No two people with anything is alike, but especially for autism, like even just the way it presents is very different in different people. Whereas like you'd say like bipolar disorder, like anyone with bipolar disorder, you can probably expect them to have ups and downs and like get manic and then get depressed. But with autism, they could have like a very big variety of symptoms that affect everybody differently. That's why it's like autism is almost more of like a personality than an actual disorder in some ways. You love the hugs. You love the hugs. Can I give hugs to everybody? Everybody, big hugs. Big hugs. That's how I do my hugs. Hugs. These are the belly hugs. Belly hugs. And then these are the over the shoulder hugs. Big hugs for everybody. Everybody needs one sometimes. All right. Look, let me go see the eggplant. Let's go see the eggplant. All right. Okay. Whoa. That's all my oil. Wow. Sorry, my oil fell. And then there's the tomato. And that's the ones that are done. There's just a few that are done first. One. And then yeah, we have the cheese and the stuff in the fridge. This looks almost done, so yeah, I think what we're gonna do is we have to wash my blender because it still has a little, it's in the sink from when I made the smoothie. I haven't done any of my dishes, so I'm gonna wash my blender. Let's just wash my blender here. And then yeah, we're gonna need to blend stuff. Yeah, I'm just gonna wipe this and then just gonna make sure that the eggplant over there doesn't get overcooked, so I just wait. Make sure this with these, because those are done. Get them off the, yeah, those are done. Ta-da. Here, I'm going to turn that off for a second while I finish washing this blender. So it's not doesn't get stuff overcooked over there. And then yeah, we're gonna blend up the sauce and put some onions down in there and stuff. Hello. Turn that off. And we need the little, now I need the blender base thing, which I left over here. So just give me a second. Need the blender base. Need the blender base. Hello, newcomer. Looks like someone just came in. Hi. Sorry, we're just trying to set up the camera because I'm moving it. It just comes up every second. There we go. So we're making some eggplant parm. We're about to do our sauce. So got the sauce cooked over here. Oh, just gotta be really careful when you do this because always put a cap in here too. When you're blending it when it's hot, it like the pressure of the heat comes up too, so you can't fill the blender as high because this air pressure from the steam when you close it, so it can literally like explode the blender. Not explode it, but it'll like pop the top off and get really hot, and then if it splats hot water on you, it wouldn't be fun. So I've had that happen before. Kind of hurts. So you just didn't want to have the blender top pop off and then splash hot scalding sauce on you. So you just gotta be a little careful. So yeah, now we have our blender here and our sauce right here. Down here. This. And we just blend it to make a puree. Can I fit any more in there? Like I said, I don't want to make it too much. I think I can fit it. Let's see, there's not that much left. Hi, Heather. What's everyone doing? Everyone's very quiet today. Which honestly, I'm kind of tired today too. That's why it took me a while to even get online, because I was trying to wake myself up more so that I can be talkative and not just quiet, because nobody wants to hang out with me when I'm just not saying anything. I'm a very quiet person, which is what makes it hard for me to be online. I enjoy hanging out with people and hanging out with everyone, but I'm just always quiet and I never know what to talk about. That's why I like when I have company. You guys like keep the conversation going for me. Yeah, I need to like pull up some topics or something, but it's hard to think on my feet also when I'm focusing on cooking. I get kind of like in the zone. Cooking is a very like meditative thing for me. It's one of my, almost like my garden. It's one of the things that just puts me like in a peaceful space. I just think about my eggplant and okay. So yeah, I gotta be very careful with this. Get this on nice and tight, and then little pulses so that it doesn't like splat. Yeah, see, it's hot. Let's put this cloth here instead of using my hand so that it doesn't burn my hand when it comes up. It leaks out the top a little bit. So yeah, now it's gonna look like all, oh yeah, that's good. So now we're gonna get our sauce made by I'm gonna get some onion for the sauce. Let me go get a regular onion. Red onion. Regular onion. The other onion was a red onion. I'll save that for something else. Then we gotta go out and grab some herbs. Eggplant dinner later. Yes. Oh, okay, guys. 1 second. I gotta text Erica back. She did just text me. Okay, sorry about that. I'm just texting back and forth with Erica. I might have to do that a couple more times. So it cuts it out for a second, like it cuts, the service out when I have to use my phone. It's kind of annoying. I wish you could I wish it would come up like as a separate window, like on the side or something, that you could still leave your live stream up, or at least not exit the video entirely, and you could just type while still having the live stream on, because it's kind of annoying. But or I need a second phone just for streaming. Which, I mean, I could technically do if I had my computer for streaming, then I could use the computer, but my computer's a regular computer. And I've tried to use my laptop, but it doesn't have enough battery. The battery always dies in the middle of doing it. It doesn't hold a charge very well. And of course, you can't go outside and stuff with the computer, but when I'm doing a cooking stream like this, I've tried to use my, when I know I'm going to be in one spot for a whole stream, I've tried to use my laptop, but I still lose battery if I don't keep it plugged in. And sometimes I do need to move it around a little bit. you know, when you're in one spot, you can mostly leave it plugged in, but sometimes you still need to unplug it. And my laptop battery is very, very bad. It does not hold a charge for very long. But yeah, Erica texted me. She's hold on. She's gonna come by with Duke, but I still have to go to the pharmacy. So I don't know. She's out of here soon. Sorry, I'm trying to get it back. My chat box went away again every time so I'm gonna exit this for a second and then I'm trying to get it back. Let's see. Hold on 1 second, guys. Hopefully I can get this to come back. My chat box disappears when I get it like a pop-up. The whole chat box disappears and I can't see what anyone's saying. It's like a YouTube glitch where it doesn't. All right, there you go. We got it back. Sorry, we got cut off for a second and I had to text back and forth with Erica. Erica's so sweet. She offered to go pick up my meds for me. I was like kind of hinting at it a little bit, but kind of hoping she would offer. But I also felt bad asking her again because she picked up my meds for me last time. And I don't want her to feel like she's like my errand lady. I told her that. I'm like, I don't want you to feel like you're my errand lady, but that would be really helpful because I'm stuck over the stove cooking. It's hard for me to just run out in the middle of cooking. It takes a while to cook this. So she did offer, because she said she wanted to go pick up something at the store anyway. So she wanted some ramen. She said, I'm picking up ramen. What did she say? She did a smiley face. Okay. Yeah, I never want to like take advantage of my friends or anything, so I just felt bad. Okay. Oh, I have to go text her one more time. She needs my full name for the prescription. So I have to go text her one more time. It's going to cut out one more time and then I think I'm back for good, hopefully. Give me 1 sec. Sorry. Okay. All right, there we go. Hopefully we're back now. Sorry. So whoops. Oh my god. Whoopsies. Sorry. I went to pick up the blender and the wire was under the phone. When I picked up the thing, the wire like flipped it upside down and the phone went flying. It went flying. Yeah, I went to pick this up, but the wire for this was like under the tripod and it flipped the whole thing. Sorry about that. You guys went for a ride. Did you guys have a fun ride with that little roller coaster? Okay, I was trying to pick this up so you guys could see. If you have headphones on, cover your ears because it gets a little loud when I do that. Or take your headphones off or whatever. There we go. Now we're gonna put this over here. The same thing here. This on, I gotta turn this back on. Oh, hold on. Go. We're gonna make garlic. Garlic, and so I'm gonna get some herbs from the garden too. Get this stuff out of here. I don't know if I have any more garlic. It's not a huge deal if I don't. The onion out of there. Sorry, I do have to use my fingers a little bit, but you have a question? Sure. What's your question? So now we let the onions caramelize, is what that's called. You let them get like a little brown. So we let the onions get a little brown. You need a little oil in there. This is where you can use the olive oil for the sauce, not for the eggplant though. Oh, let me get this out. Hold on, I need something to get this. There we go. To get the oil off the thing. There we go. So yeah, and there's my sauce in there. That's going to go on there after. I'm just going to caramelize that in there. What are you doing? Nobody's here yet, Looney. We're going to have Duke come over, but not yet. Erica's still at work, but she's coming by soon. We're going to get this all cooked up for her and us. And then you get to go play with Duke in the yard. Probably better she didn't come yesterday anyway because it was all rainy. The doggies wouldn't have, they'd only be able to play in the basement. And they'd still get to play, but they like playing outside. Outside is more fun, huh guys? Oh, fallen. Here, what was your question, sweetie? Get that extra oil off there. Here, actually, I'm gonna turn that one off for a second because I'm gonna go run and grab some herbages. And maybe turn that one off and just put this on the low burner for now. There. I can't want to leave anything on high while I'm outside. Sometimes things take me longer than I think they will. Okay, where's that little baggie? Or little basket? Here's a little bag. I made a little scissor, a little skizzer. Hi, Lunar. Hi, Lunar. Little skizzer, little skizzy. Where are all my scissors? My scissors always vanish. I bet they're on my mom's side. She ends up with everything. Would it be okay if you say hi to Duke? Maybe when she first gets here. Either way, I'm going to take a little bit of, I'm going to take like a couple videos and stuff. Wait, Loon. Wait. Right, we got to go grab some herbs and some basil and oregano for the stuff. At least my phone charged a little bit. I'm not sure, sweetie. I can ask Erica if she would want to say hi. If my friend Erica will let me, then yes. But otherwise, no. It ain't my doggy, so I gotta ask. Is that Lucky? Lucky! Lucky's coming running! Look at him running! Hi! Hi, sweetie! Oh, hi, baby! He came running across the grass when he saw me. Hi! Lucky, your friend Duke's coming over. You know, Lucky and Duke were like besties when Lucky was a baby. The first week that I got Lucky, I was babysitting Duke. So Duke was over and they were like best friends. And now Lucky doesn't really like Duke, or he's kind of afraid of him. Duke still loves him. But I think Duke just gets way too excited when he sees him. And he gets like way in his face and he doesn't like it. He just doesn't like people way in his face. This is all my basil. Lucky, he's so cute. Dropped a piece. I'm just cutting a bunch of this because I need to cut off these extra pieces anyway. These pieces that are going to seed, you're supposed to cut them. So we're having a full garden meal tonight, which is nice. Yeah, I'm just cutting off these pieces that are going to seed. It'll like prompt the plant basically to go dormant when it goes to seed, because it's basically when it starts going to seed, the plant thinks it's at the end of its life cycle, and then the whole thing will just bulge. So if you keep cutting off the seedy parts, then it'll keep growing. it'll go back to growing normally. But if you don't, then you know, it doesn't. Certain things you got to do to upkeep the plant. So I'm like, whenever I come to cut pieces off, it's like a weed. That's a weed in there. Cut off all these yellow leaves too before they die, so you can use them. Can't use them once they're dead, but you can use them when they're a little yellow. Okay, so there's a bunch of oregano, and then we can put that in a bag to dry. So I'm not going to use all of that tonight. It's just a lot. I'm just picking what's there, but I'm not going to use that all tonight. Is there any more seedy pieces? There's a couple more seedy pieces. Yeah, that was really sweet of Erica to offer to grab my meds for me. I don't want to ever like take advantage of people, and like I felt bad asking, but I was like, you know, basically if I have to go get my meds, then it's just going to take longer for her to be able to come over. Like she would have to wait for me to go back across town and then come back. So it kind of benefits her too to get them, that she doesn't have to wait, because I know she's going to want to play with the doggies. We both want the doggies to be able to play and have lots of time to play. And she does live on that side of town where she's like passes by it. She passes right by that section. All right, I don't see any more chew spots, I don't think. I've been watching this plant to check and make sure no other things get chewed with those little nasty caterpillars. Grabbing these little tomatoes. I don't think I see any more. Hi, Lucky. Hi. You see my pumpkin? Got little pumpkins here. It's a big one. But see, everything else is getting like, part of it is probably the bugs, but it's also like really dry. The soil's like very dry and needs to get watered. So I got to do a bug hunt and check for bugs, and I need to really get this stuff watered. We got broccoli the other day. Oh guys, look. Look at this broccoli. Look at this broccoli. Actually, you got to pick it. It's starting to... Look at this broccoli. Look at it. That's going to start to bolt though soon, where you see it start turning yellow like that. So I have to, you should just cut it right now. I usually like to cut it with a knife, but I can cut it right now with the scissor and then come back out and cut it down a little bit further with the knife. You're supposed to cut it real low so that it can come back. Come over here. There we go. Yeah, see, that has to go a little lower. Has to go a little lower, but it's fine for now. Look, giant broccoli. Massive. Bring some of this stuff to the goats. That's for the goats. This stuff's for the goats. Those are some extra goodies for the goats. And now let's go down here and get the oregano. Oh. Yeah, see, we've been getting like little orange peppers now. Getting these cute little orange peppers. Now that the season is changing, the peppers start turning colors. See, they start off green. And this is the same plant. It's got an orange one. That's, you know, they're done when they're orange though, so I told them they don't grow anymore once they've changed colors. See? There's these little cute orange peppers. And that's a cucumber that needs to come off because it's getting bloated. Little orange pepper over there. Give some peppers to Erica. Ooh, that's a big one. That's a big one. And then look, here's my other little pumpkin. I have a little pumpkin. It's almost done. Probably take that one off. It's almost ripe. But yeah, there's a bunch of little doodads. Some more little eggplants, and then my well, there are more tomatoes out here. Ooh, these are getting real dehydrated. There's my oregano. Yeah, everything needs water badly. Water, water, water. We badly need water. Here, hold on. Let me just put this down for a sec. I'm gonna hold the oregano so it doesn't get mixed up in there. There's not as much of it. But yeah, everything's getting real dehydrated. Oh, the doggy. Looney's like, why is mommy out there without me? Looney, you're gonna play next. Duke's coming over in like a half an hour or so. You're gonna get to play outside. It's been hot all day anyway. You wait until it cools off. It cools off later in the day. That's enough oregano, I think. Hi, Lucky. All right, there we go. And here we'll grab these tomatoes so the next ones can grow. There's a few. There's a couple there. Erica loves gardening and stuff. She doesn't have a big garden at her house, so. Oh, that's a nice big one. My broccoli's still not doing the greatest. Lucky, what are you doing? Chasing bugs? The broccoli down here, like it had a weird start, and now it's just been growing these tiny little broccolis. They're good for like salad. They're just like, I've just been picking them, these little tiny pieces, and putting them in salads and stuff. Alright, I gotta get back in there though, because, oh my goodness, what is this? Is that one of my spaghetti squashes? Dang, girl. I don't even know what that is. It's like supposed to be a spaghetti squash, but it looks like a hybrid. Holy moly. Holy moly. Paisley's your favorite doll. Paisley's my favorite too. She's got a personality, which is weird for a doll to have a personality, but she does. Paisley's got an interesting personality, and plus she's Lucky's mom. She's Lucky's real mom. I don't know how I ended up with Lucky, but Lucky belongs to Paisley because they're two of a kind. Lucky just lives here, but he's really Paisley's daughter. Paisley's son, or whatever. They're buddies. Oh, yeah, see there's caterpillar poop there. Where's the caterpillar? Where are you? You're here somewhere, because I see caterpillar poop. Oh, there he is. There you are, bastard. I see you. I see you. Don't try to hide. Don't you hide. There he is. I see their poops. Oh, hold on. Look at all my garden goodies. I gotta find somewhere to put him. I usually put them in like a little cup. So I bring them to my brother's turtle. A little basil plant that's pretty much dead. Here. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna put it in this for now. Go in there. I have a cup out on the back deck that's bigger to put them in. All right, where's my little skizzer? Here it is. Oh, my carrots. They're under there somewhere. They need water too, though. So zucchini. I haven't gotten a lot of these, but we're getting some. Better than last year. We didn't get any last year. I should have brought a bigger basket. I didn't realize how much was out here. I did not realize there was this much out here. I don't know if there's any more of those little caterpillars, but there was definitely one. I got one. Usually there's multiples. It's not usually just one, especially when there's that much poop. There's a lot of caterpillar poop on that. I don't see any more, but we'll keep our eye on it. I gotta come out here again at night and do our night check because they are easier to see at night. I don't want to be out here all day looking for caterpillars. They're not doing too much damage. They're only damaging a little bit. There can't be too many of them. They were all over that one plant up there the other day. So many, all over it. There's a butternut squash. Ooh, I dropped my... It's a butternut squash. They turn like orange when they're done. It's not done yet. Another thing. Gotta climb over stuff. There's another pumpkin. Little pumpkin in there. There's another little zucchini starting. I had round zucchini, but I don't think it really grew. They were down the bottom here. I don't think they grew. They were supposed to be down here, but I think the beans took over. I don't know what else is down here. Yeah, there's that big one. And then, I don't know, there's stuff going down the hill that way. Yeah, we gotta get in here and do some weeding and cleaning. I don't know if there's anything actually growing down here, or they're just kind of trailing. Oh, there's a little pumpkin. There's a little tiny pumpkin growing down there. These are those ones that were growing down the hill randomly. Some more. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, that's good for now. Everything's growing all over the place. Growing well. So yeah, let's go up and go get back in the house and finish cooking. Oh, wait, there's another zucchini. I didn't see him because he's hiding underneath. Look at him. He's coiled over. You hiding under there? You're doing one at 3 p.m. What, tomorrow? There's another small one. Or is it not 3 p.m. where you are yet? What time is it where you are, Heather? I don't even know where you live. Oh yeah, see, there's one of those buggies that are eating that one. But I don't have time to fix that one yet. But we will tomorrow. Tomorrow we got a lot of work to do in the garden. My brother's going to have my car anyway, so I'll just be out here working. And we can do another garden stream. Garden work stream tomorrow, maybe, guys. You want to do that? Because I do have to get out here and do a lot of work. That's going to help the goats. Yeah, at least I have a few things to give to Erica. If someone's going to do me a favor, like picking up my meds, which is really big favor for me because I can't go without my meds. If someone's going to do me a favor like that, I'd like to do them a favor too. So yeah, I'll be able to give her some goodies. Okay. Oh, these are burning. The onions are burning. Remember I said I don't want anything? We gotta redo those onions. So the onions burnt. Knew I was out there too long. Good thing I shut off the eggplant. So we gotta redo the onions. They're getting too overdone. Not like burnt, but they're way too brown. Don't like them like that. They're not all burnt, but they're all mixed in together, so. Here. Hold on, guys. It's like where the tomato pieces were stuck on the pan. So I put it on the low burner and I still ended up getting it a little quick. It's 5:54. It's good I had it wasn't that burnt. It wasn't like really burnt. It was just like a little bit of like brown here. I'll show you. It was just too brown. Well, that one's actually not even that bad. See, it was like that. These pieces are a little too brown here, but some of it was okay. It's just some of it was like a little too brown. I don't like it like that. It wasn't like burnt. It's too crispy. It's not supposed to be crispy. I don't want crispy chunks. So we gotta do one more onion. I gotta grind up another onion. But now I can put the stuff back on, the eggplant back on. Right. And then I'll start another onion. Sorry, we wasted one onion and a little bit of oil. Just as I finished saying I never burn anything, but I usually don't go outside when I'm cooking. Or if I do, I have my mom here and I tell her to watch the stove. There was like more food out there than I thought there was, so I didn't want to leave it out there. You turned 2. 2 years. Only 2. Yeah, we like Paisley. Lucky didn't come in. He's outside, but he's fine out there. Thought he would follow me in, but he didn't. Okay, it's gonna get loud again for 1 second. So I'm gonna do the onion again. So give me 1 second. It's gonna get loud again. Lunar. Oh. So put that back. I don't think we found any garlic, but I have that. Okay, that's on. Does this need to get flipped yet? Or no, not yet. No flips yet. Oh, here it is, over here. I'm like, didn't you have a whole cutting board full of stuff? I'm like, what happened to my cutting board? I know I already had cut one. I already had a cutting board full of stuff here. Just to hold the hot saucepan so I didn't burn the countertop. And I put the hot saucepan down. what'll it do? Might need a little more of this. Yeah, cooking this kind of takes a while because there's so many steps, especially if you're making the sauce from scratch too. But sometimes I'll make the sauce like the day before, which gives me a little more time. Probably what I should have done, because now I'm running close on time. Let's see, do I have any garlic or no? Do I have garlic or no? I don't think so. My cheese. Let's put my cheese for when the cheese comes out. Don't think we have garlic. It's in my mom's fridge. I'll look in my mom's fridge for garlic. We ain't gonna burn that this time because we're right here. MG's turning 4. I turned 3. Why am I 3? Although 3 is one of my favorite numbers, so I'm okay with 3. I'm okay with 3. Oh, there's 2 tiny pieces of garlic. Like 2 tiny cloves. Not really enough, but better than nothing. It's better than nothing. There's some cheese. Alright, that's all I got is these 2 tiny pieces. Guess that means we need more garlic. Need to get more garlic. Hi, Kanak. How are you doing? Welcome. I'm Italian, but American. Italian-American. I think most of us here are American. Living in America. Living in America. But yeah, we're doing some cooking today. Cooking some eggplant parmesan. One of my family's recipes. Or family favorite. A family favorite recipe of mine. My family literally goes crazy when I cook this for them. And I'm sure there'll be leftovers. I'll get to invite everybody to come get some tomorrow. Tonight it's just me and Erica, but there'll be leftovers. Everyone come get some leftovers tomorrow. I always send leftovers to people. Alright, we're just chopping up a little bit of garlic. And then I gotta get my herbs to put in the sauce. I hope she understands that this might not be done exactly when she gets here, because it's like everything is homemade by hand. It takes a little longer than just throwing stuff together. It's not going to be done. It's going to be like going into the oven when she gets here, and then maybe we can play with the dogs while it's in the oven. Actually, speaking of which, let's get the oven going. That way the oven is ready to go, because it takes forever to heat up. So we'll bake 375. Just get that baking. It takes a long time. Yep, namaste, Italian American woman. Yep, Italian American. Yeah, my whole family's from Italy, so I'm sure I've told you guys. My grandma, my Nana, they've both passed away on both sides now. My grandma passed away last year, and my Nana passed away a couple years before that. But they're both Italian. My very Italian one we called my Nana, and my like Italian once removed grandma we called grandma, just so that there would be a difference. But yeah, you call one thing and one the other thing. It gets confusing when they're both grandma. But yeah, my Nana, the one on my dad's side, was like directly from Italy. She came over from Italy when she was in her 20s. My aunt and uncle were already born. My aunt and uncle were born in Italy, and she actually had other kids that were born in Italy that passed away. Can't really understand exactly what happened, but she said it's bad milk. So they passed away in Italy from bad milk. And that's why she, basically why she moved here, is because there was like something going on in Italy with the milk. Like She lost like 5 kids or something. She had a bunch of kids, a lot of kids over in Italy, and she lost, maybe not 5, but she lost like at least 3 kids. So when she was younger, as a young mom, so she came over with my uncle and my aunt when they were like maybe 6 or 7. And then she had my dad while she was here. So my dad was born here, but my aunt and uncle were all born in Italy. And my grandma came over when she was like in her early 20s. She never spoke English. Thank you, Kanak. Yeah, my Nana never really spoke English, so it was always hard to understand. That's why I'm saying, like, I'm not sure exactly what the story is with her kids that passed away. But I had an aunt, like other aunts and uncles that I never knew because they passed away as babies or little kids, which is really sad. So she moved here because she wanted to go somewhere where she could have access to, I guess, food for her kids, basically. Because her kids were dying over there. I don't know, something in probably like the 50s, because my dad was born in the 50s. Something happened in Italy in the 50s with the milk. They were like having too much bacteria in the milk or something. Like it was maybe before pasteurization over there or something. And yeah, her kids, she had kids that passed away, which is really sad. All right, we're gonna put our how do you say kiddo in Italian? Oh, I don't know. I actually don't know how to say those in Italian. I feel like I've heard sweetie before. If I look it up, it'll be familiar. Usually we call people like Bella. It's just beautiful. We just call people Bella. It's kind of like sweet, beautiful. It's just like Bella, but Bella. I feel like I've heard the term for sweetie too, but or sweetheart. Mi amor is my love. Okay. Let's see. So that's how it's supposed to be. It's like more just like golden brown caramelized. So that's what you call caramelized onion. It just turns like a kind of like a caramel brown color, and then you add your sauce. So this is the sauce that I made with the tomatoes. No, I have not visited India, but my cousin lived in India for like a year or two. He had a job in India, so my cousin lived there for a while. It seemed pretty cool. The only thing he said is it can smell there because sometimes people don't wash or they go to the bathroom in the streets. That's the only thing that bothered him. But he said otherwise it was a really nice culture. Everyone was really nice. They just, they have a sanitation problem there, I guess. Not to call people dirty or anything. It's just the sanitation. They don't have bathrooms. Or they have bathrooms and people aren't using them. They go to the bathroom in the street. And then they wipe with he said they wipe with their hands. They go to the bathroom in the street and then wipe with their hand. I don't know how much of this is true. I'm just saying what I heard. This is what he told me from living there. But the people were really nice. He like met a lot of people at work because he worked there. We had a job in India, so we got to know like working with the local people and stuff. He had like, does like almost not like something involved in like tech, but he doesn't like make the tech. It's more like a consultant or that kind of stuff. I forget exactly what he does, but they paid him a lot to travel and go work there. Sorry, this all like leaks on the bottom. This is why I need a new blender, because it all leaks. And then I don't want to waste my tomatoes, so there's like some sort of crack on the bottom and it all leaks. Leaky leak. I'm just saying what I was told. Give me 1 second. Just drying this. dry in the blender. Yeah, something like it leaks out the bottom here. And like something on here. That's what I was trying to say the other day. Like something when here it leaks and then it gets all over the bottom in there. I haven't had a lot of Indian food, but I really like curry. I've liked what I have tried. And I got a recipe for, it was like a stew, like a lamb stew. It was Indian, and that was really good. I mean, I'm Italian, so I'm sure I didn't do it like how like someone who's been cooking Indian food for years. I'm sure someone who was actually Indian could have done it better, but I got a recipe for a lamb stew that was like supposed to be Indian food, Indian-based recipe, and it came out really good. I want to make it again, actually. It was really good. Oh. Yeah, I like Indian food because they use a lot of turmeric, and I love turmeric. Turmeric and curry powder. So yeah, if anyone has Indian recipes, I would definitely try them. I would definitely try to make some Indian recipes because I like their food. What I've tried so far, at least, which is granted not a lot. I like Asian food. I make a mean pad thai. That's one of my favorites. I actually have the ingredients to make more pad thai too. I just haven't had the time. That's another thing that's a little time consuming sometimes because I go through the steps. It was like I have to fry my tofu separately, and then I fry my veggies separately, and then you got to do your noodles and stuff. And then what else? Oh, the peanut sauce, which sometimes I use I used to make my own peanut sauce, which I liked a lot better, but it just was, again, too time consuming. So I started buying different peanut sauces, but I still usually add a little bit of extra peanut butter to them and like add some of my own ingredients and seasonings to it to kind of beef it up a little bit because the store-bought ones don't taste that great. So I just, instead of making my own entirely from scratch, I get one that's pre-made and then I just add a little bit to it to try to make it taste a little better. That's for Asian food for pad thai. But yeah, I haven't cooked a lot of, I usually cook my own food. I don't go out to eat a lot, so, but I have gotten Indian food a couple times, and what I've gotten I've liked. Like they'll make like chicken over rice, butter chicken, that kind of stuff. And what's it called? I had some in my fridge the other day. It starts with an M, I think. I forget what it's called. This is gotta go turn this up a little bit. Turn that up a little bit. Maybe I can put it back on this one. Start cooking faster now that I'm standing over the stove. I can let it cook a little faster again. Yes, I am. Kiddo is the Animal Lover channel. Is Kiddo? Her name's Christine, and she's my internet little sister. My internet little sister. Yeah, what is it called? Am I still having? I had a bottle of it the other day. It's the sauce that you put on stuff, but I can't remember what it's called. Oh, tikka masala. That's what it's called. A little like tikka masala sauce. You put on like chicken masala, some rice and the chicken with the tikka masala sauce, and then you put it over the rice, and it's delicious. I like Indian food because a lot of it's just very basic, but it has like really intense spices, but it's like basic whole food. It's like chicken, rice, vegetable, and then you put the seasoning and the sauce, and it's delicious. Very healthy. Some ginger, that kind of stuff. The thing is heating up at least. A little more of that in there. Yeah, what's everyone else's favorite kind of food? I think, yeah, my top would probably be Asian food. Asian, Japanese, and then obviously Italian food, because that's what I grew up with. It's like always going to have a spot in my heart for the Italian food. My only problem, like I said, with the Italian food now is that the sauce, I love the sauce, but it hurts my stomach. Mexican food, that's a good one. Never go wrong with like tacos and burritos. You never go wrong with tacos and burritos. I like to eat tacos and burritos. That sounds awesome, Canuck. And if anyone ever comes to visit me, I'll serve Italian. This is probably what I would make because it feeds a lot of people. You make a big tray of it, and it feeds lots of people. That's why it does makes a good meal for when you have people over. Tiny bit there. All right, let's actually, you can start setting it up and get it going. So I can start laying it out and getting it kind of starting to go. Actually, I need to put the herbs in the sauce too. I like to eat oodles and bananas. Where's all that stuff here? All right, there's some basil. All right, so these are coming out nice. Let's see over here. There's stuff on there. I can be poor, your ego's too big. Yes, I do protect you, kiddo. I try at least. I try. Gotta keep my kiddo safe. That's okay, I'm poor too. we all a little poor. That's why I do YouTube to begin with, to try to make some money. Ain't working out so far, but maybe one day. We don't have enough room on the pan yet, but we'll start putting the herbs in there. That's pretty good. All right, let's put the herbs in the sauce in a sec. We're gonna put the herbs in the sauce in a sec. I just want to get these finished battering. There we go. Those all battered. Batter up. That's good. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, 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 yum. All right, now we're going to get our herbs. Some basil we went and picked from the garden just a second ago. So I'm just going to give it a rinse because it was outside. Last time I forgot to rinse it and I ended up with aphids in my smoothie. Y'all remember? A couple days ago, last time I forgot to rinse it and I ended up with aphids in my smoothie. So I'm like, let's not make that mistake again. Well, stuff doesn't usually attack the basil because basil is kind of like a deterrent for bugs usually. Usually stuff doesn't attack it. Oh, back hurts standing here with the stove. Do a dance. You will eat fucha with tamarind juice. I don't know what fucha is, but I do like chickpeas. I love chickpeas. You make me some hummus. Love chickpeas. I make my own hummus too with chickpeas and what's the stuff called? Oh, that you put in the hummus. It's the soy-based stuff. Oh, what's it called? What's the stuff that you put in the hummus for the flavor? You mix it with the chickpeas to make hummus. My brain isn't working right today. I've made it a million times. I used to have it in my fridge. I don't think I have any left. It's not tamarind juice, but something like that. Tamari. No, that's not it. Tamari? No, that's not it either. It's just soy sauce. Hey, I'm at Walmart now. Okay. I'm at WW now. Okay. That's my friend texting. Let me see if she needs anything. She said she's at Walmart. Can I tell Blue you said hi? Hi, Blue. Hold on, let me text my friend. 1 sec. It's going to go out for 1 second, but I'll be back. It's getting hot in here. Sorry, I just had to text my friend back. I think she's at the pharmacy now, at the store. So she should be here relatively soon. If she's stopping at the store and then come in here. Waiting in line. Oh, it sounds like it smells like it's getting. Oh, it's not burnt. It's just the stuff on the bottom of the pan that's smelling overdone. Sometimes you gotta rinse the pan out every now and then because the breadcrumbs that get stuck on the bottom burn. Rinse the pan. Gotta rinse the pan. And then you gotta give the pan a rinse. Because all the stuff on the bottom sticks. You can't do that with most pans because if you try to do that on a metal pan, can I make loony roll? In a second, because I'm got my hands full right now. I'm trying to, but once this is cooked, I can. Trying to get this cooked before Erica gets here. At least get it in the oven. I don't have time to take for loony. You're hungry for sure. Oh, yeah. See, I want to try to get this as done as I can. She's hungry. Erica's hungry. Oh no. Get that in there. Get them herbs in there. There's the basil. And now oregano. Poor Erica. She was at work all day, so I'm just home chilling. My back really hurts, but ooh, it's hot, it's hot, it's hot. Yeah, you can't do that with regular pans because the pan will, no, I'm single, but I'm not looking either. So, you know, no dating here. Ain't no dating show. Oh. Erica's just my friend. She's coming over to eat. We hang out with the dogs. She has another little doggy. It's a Pomsky. So it's a husky Pomeranian mix. And we usually get together every now and then and let the doggies play and have dinner. So one of us will cook and then we let the dogs play outside or even in the basement. In the wintertime they play in the basement. And in the summertime, we try to get them outside. But she's just a friend. And then I have brothers also who sometimes come by for dinner, so they'll probably come by and have some of the leftovers tomorrow. They live right up the street. Although my younger brother is going out of town tomorrow. So I don't know that unless he wants to take a piece before he leaves. But I think he's going on the road. Maybe he'll want a piece before he hits the road. Okay. All right, now stir that up. That's getting a little overdone there. Yeesh. Drip some water in there. The oil's flattened. A little more water to put in there. A little more water in the sauce though. It's getting a little too thick. Salt. Yeah, we got the herbs in there now. Now we got salt. Salt in there. It's gonna go through a whole eggplant, so it's okay if there's a little extra salt. I don't usually put too much salt because I figure people can add salt to their own. I I don't want to over salt it for anybody because I don't know how much salt people can handle. And some people also can't even handle salt in their diet. So I don't know about everyone's salt preferences. So I usually just don't put that much, and then people can add it on their own. It's cooking quick. See, they're cooking quick now that they're going a little speedy right now because I feel bad leaving someone hungry if they're really hungry and I'm having to wait. I'll look at the chat in a second. Once my hands are cleaned off, I'm just gonna speedily dump the rest of these in. I got one more eggplant I've got cut here. I don't want to just leave it. I probably didn't need this extra one. That was probably enough, but I already cut it, so. I'm running out of the good oil. I don't want to use too much of the olive oil because what is the olive oil? Well, there's this one, but I had spray too. I don't know where that one went. To mix them a little bit. You guys probably won't be able to see it come out because I'm not going to stay on live for an hour while it cooks. But I'll take a picture of it when it comes out and post it on my wall so you guys can see how it comes out. And maybe do like a little video. I'll take like a short of it. I just know Erica's going to be here soon, so we're not going to stay on the live stream. It's got to go through the oven too, so. I thought I had coconut oil. Coconut cream. Oh, this is the kind I wanted, but it's better than better than olive oil, that's for sure. There. right, almost there. A few more little pieces. And then we got to put it together and throw it in the oven. I'm gonna start putting it together, I think, right now. Ooh, that coconut on it smells good though. Cheese, Italian cheese. Use that first. I have a big thing of mozzarella too, but I want to use these up first. Go over here. Okay. Yeah, I had a little oil to the bottom of the tray, but I don't know where that went, so I had like a spray oil. Don't know where it went. It's like you have to move the phone way back to be able to get like a good position. So we got this. I got the coconut oil I'm using to just kind of put it on the bottom of the tray. Use any type of oil for the bottom, just a little bit, so it don't stick. I had a spray oil. I was going to use the olive oil spray, but I don't know where it went. There's just stuff all over the place now in my kitchen. The bomb went off in here. I'm trying to do things, but the dog stuff and everything else. So. Hold on, I'm coming back. Just need my supplies over here. The pen in the way, or a fork. And my sauce. Okay, need a little bit of sauce for the bottom. What's wrong here? What? I'm not giving people my phone number, sorry. I don't give my phone number out online. I do have Facebook. I think you can find me under my regular name. If you just type in my name, you can usually find me. I don't give out my phone number. I don't got enough spam calls as is. I need to start giving out my phone number online. There's email. My email is attached to my YouTube if people want to get in touch with me. And I think usually you can find me on Facebook, but that's about it. Just social media. And I don't give out my personal phone number. There's got to be a boundary between online life and my real life. This thing in the way, Let me get this a position where you all can actually see, but when I tilt it, the whole thing just falls over. There, will that work? That'll work, then I just have to squat down a little bit. Turn that off. Now. Alright, so we put a little bit of thing in the bottom just to get it something down there. Then we start layering. So this is where I was saying, like, it's easier to layer when you have the flat pieces, because you literally just lay it like a lasagna. Like they literally go like little lasagna strips. So like that. I'm just taking the little pieces. So you just lay them in little strips. You need like a camera. I don't know how people get those cameras that like literally face down. I've seen people have streams where they'll have like a camera literally facing right down. They'll have like almost two cameras. One that like faces right down on their work. There we go. And we'll take the little ones. Yeah, it's not scary. It's just weird. You don't have to be scared, kiddo. I mean, you kind of did the same thing, kiddo. You asked, not for my phone number, but you asked for like my personal way to get in touch with me. I give you my Facebook. You didn't ask for my phone number, though I'd give you my phone number now that I know you. I don't think you have it, but like I feel comfortable giving you my phone number now that we actually know each other. But like asking someone you don't really know very well for their phone number, that's when it's a little weird. Okay. So then you put a little more sauce. Yeah, here, we can do it this way. I'll just hold the phone for now. And then you can get like a fork to spread it out a little bit. If you try to do it with a spoon or something else, it kind of takes it can take the breadcrumb off. So you got to be real careful not to like do it real hard. Just do like really little things to spread the sauce around. Just easy. And I mean, as it cooks, the sauce will liquefy and end up spreading all over the place anyway. So then we get our cheese. Is it off yet? Okay, I turned it off. Just cooking those last couple. There's a little more, but I was going to try to see what I can get into the oven. Get as much of this cooked as I can. Parmesan Romano, mozzarella, and then just this little bit of pizza cheese. I don't know if it's any good. Cheese doesn't go bad that quick, but that smells fine. A tiny bit of cheese left. There we go. Just trying to use up the ones that are older first. This one's not open, so it should be fine. I know I bought it before I bought the big one. And then we got Parmesan Romano. Put that back a little bit. Well, I don't know you well now. If you are around and get to know me better, maybe you could like go onto my Facebook or something and chat, but I don't mind making friends, but I don't give out my phone number right off the bat. I've known Kiddo for a year and she doesn't have my phone number either. Some of my subs and followers here I've known for like over a year and they don't have my phone number. I'm not giving it out to just someone I just met. I'm sure you're a fine gentleman. But stick around, we can chat here. Enjoying getting to know about India and stuff. I do think it's interesting always to learn about people from all different cultures and backgrounds and stuff. Alright, so that's the mozzarella. Look, the mozzarella. So that's the first layer. I need to take some more, do another layer. Yeah, it's just easier this way than the circles. Just be able to make the layers a lot quicker. I might need a couple more, but do these. This way. Alright, here's layer number 2. So similarly, it's just hard to hold my phone with do layer number 2. And I might need a little more for layer number 3, but just get that all in there. I'm going really fast now. Alright, and then get some of the Romano. You put a light layer of the Romano in there. It's like Romano and Parmesan. Looney, are your friends here? And then we got our mozzarella. I think Looney's friends might be here. You should hear her prancing. She prancing. She prancing. She's getting excited. Are your friends here? Did you see them come in Grammy's window? She sits in Grammy's window looking to see who's coming. Looking for friends. Looney's waiting for friends. Looney's waiting for friends. I need like one more layer, I think. Usually I do a third layer. I need a couple more. There's a couple more here. Please. Yeah, is your friend here? I think so. Let's just get these done over here. A few more over here. Oh, you can just time them out. I don't want to lose my subs and stuff. Just time them out next time. Feel like a 24-hour timeout. You can ask, but it's not happening, so it's not a big deal. I'm not the type of person that's going to cave just because someone keeps asking. I have certain boundaries that, like, whatever you say, it's not going to change anything. It's different, like, with my people who have like become my friends on here. Like, if Heather asked for my phone number, I'd probably give Heather my phone number. If Kiddo asked for my phone number, I'd probably give Kiddo my phone number. certain people I don't know. Like, you don't need my phone number. I don't know you. I don't even talk on the phone. I don't like talking on the phone to begin with. So the less people that have my phone number, the better. Unless like I need you for an emergency or like need to be able to get in contact with you. You don't need my phone number. Give me that damn phone number. You can have my phone number, Heather. If you have an email, I'll send you my phone number. I'd love to have your phone number. And I can actually like have private conversation with you. Everything that you say to Heather has to be public because she doesn't have any social media or any way to talk to her privately. All the goaties are crying too. I'll make sure they're okay. Been in front of the stove for a while now. But yeah, see, if Heather wanted my number, if Kiddo wanted my number, they can have my number, not you. Now I feel like I'm being mean. It's like they can have my number, but not you. No, it's just because I know them more. And like, even if I did have people's number, like, yeah, honestly, the less people that have my number, the better, because I don't like talking on the phone. I hate talking on the phone. So like I text. It's fine to text, but I don't like talking on the phone. That's with me and Erica. We usually just text. She's like, I'm here. I'm doing this. I'm at Walmart. Do you want to still do doggy dinner? She'll call me only if like she really can't get in touch with me over text. And I'm like, that's fine. I hate being stuck on the phone. It's just, it bothers me. I don't like being stuck on the phone forever. I used to be afraid of the phone when I was little. I thought it was weird. Like they have voices coming through this little box. It used to freak me out. And I think it's like part of that has just stayed with me. I don't like it. It's awkward. And I don't like not being able to see people's like body language. That's why I don't mind video calls as much. I still don't like being like stuck on a video call like for hours if I don't want to be. If I'm tired or whatever. If I'm having a tired, sleepy night, and I'm like, I just can't handle a video call tonight, but I like it better than phone calls. And I do like chatting with people and having fun. I just get tired sometimes. Sometimes I'm just not in a social mood. I'm not a social butterfly, guys, if you haven't noticed. Which is weird because I feel like sometimes I socialize more than some of the people here. But I'm really not that social. That's Walmart texting me now, maybe. Maybe they're saying she picked it up, I think. Something. I don't know. She probably just grabbed it. She was waiting in line before. Like using up all my oil. Oh, here's this. This is what I wanted, the spray. I'll spray it. Okay. All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. I'm going to do a lot of cleaning later. My house is a mess right now. In my kitchen, stuck in my kitchen. Stuck in the kitchen. Here I am, stuck in the kitchen with you. Eggplant to the left of me. Tomato sauce to the right. Here I am, stuck in the kitchen with you. You guys ever do that, or am I just weird? I've always done that. I turn like regular songs into make songs about what I'm doing. And there's definitely certain ones that I always go back to. Like that's the one that I always go back to. I use that song all the time for my little songs about what I'm doing. Lunar. Oh, I think Duke's here. I think Duke's here. Into the oven and then it's like 30 minutes, so maybe set it that first.
Okay. It takes 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh! What is wrong with you down? Oh!
You just gotta hit the oven for a few minutes to get everything baked in together. Alright.
Well, I guess it's good that I have some ramen crunchies on the way.
Yeah. I thought back, she was like, I'm really hungry. I'm like, I don't know what's going to be done when she gets here.
Are you two crazies?
Crazy cups. Yeah, we can bring them out to the run after we get in there. The oven's preheated already.
Sounds the same. Hey, can you guys chill out for a second? Hey, you guys want a treat? Sit. Sit. Good girl. Duke, you want a treat? No, Duke? Dukey. Alright, well, you can have a treat. And then you want to sit? You don't know how to catch, do you? Or maybe I gotta tell you to catch. Yeah.
Put the breadcrumbs back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you had anything to drink? Do you want to?
I brought a drink for now.
Okay, so I got some
with dinner.
I got some San Pellegrino peach flavor. San Pellegrino.
Okay, you fluff nuts. Don't be getting any fluff in the air. I don't want any fluff in my eggplant.
I'm getting hot standing over the stove. Oh, yeah, I just didn't have quite enough to fill the third layer.
Here's your medications over here.
Thank you so much. Alright,
The person at the counter was kind of silly.
but it's going to be really good. The sauce was made from the tomatoes.
Excellent.
So, and everything was handmade, even the breadcrumbs were handmade. This is shaping up to be pretty good.
Well, that's lovely. I'm excited. I had a weird day, so
Yeah.
I'm excited.
How did your open house go?
I was the only one there, that's how it went.
Oh, that's how it went.
I don't know what the deal is with that condo, but it's super nice. I don't know what the problem is.
Ran out of my Goodwill.
Excusez-moi. We've gone back in time. It's January.
Yeah, that thing keeps slipping down. I gotta take that.
That's why you need, like, I don't know how your mom
Yeah,
feels about the
yeah.
nail. Yeah. Oh yeah, like a thumbtack.
Yeah, that's how you're supposed to do it. It has a little hole in the middle.
Yeah, but even that can.
Lily, are you happy? She needs something like that.
If you were making some.
Yeah, she was pacing all day, like looking around.
Yeah, Duke's been kind of like looking at me like, this is lame, Mom. Really.
Aww. You sound like they're having fun though. You guys want eggy? Some of them have eggy.
We'll find it. That's an interesting shape spoon. Is it sitting on by itself?
What?
Does it have a flat bottom?
This?
No, the spoon. Yeah, okay.
Sorry, my kitchen's a mess. It's like a cooking bomb going off in here.
I mean, as long as there's no poop on the floor, you get no judgment.
No poop, just a cheese container.
Okay. Something smells like it's protein done. Yeah. Or burning. Chicken or whatever.
No, it's not burning. It's just the extra bread from when
Oh, on the I was just worried about him. Looks good. I always made it thicker. My grandmother always made it like quarter-inch slices or half-inch slices. Cooked it with tomato slices.
Yeah, I do it a little thinner so it doesn't take as long to cook through.
Feel free to put the rest of the sauce on there. Or is it going to be too soggy?
I have acid reflux, so I usually don't put too much sauce.
Oh.
But
Sorry,
you
that
can
sucks.
add some extra sauce after. If you
Okay.
like.
That's
I'll take a try.
yeah. It's good. I like it.
Very tasty.
Can't wait.
You like this?
Do. No, Vanilla. Right here. Anything good? Leftovers? It's good. It's good. Hi, sweetheart. How are you?
Yeah, I used to eat, I would just eat sauce like it was soup.
When my mom makes it, she makes it
Can't do
chunky,
it anymore.
and I tend to do that when it's chunky.
I think I'm gonna choose a bigger one.
Your what?
A big thing of cheese.
Ooh, yeah, more cheese.
And then I got the fresh cheese to put on the top layer. That's just Romano.
It's added flavor.
It's some more dimensional cheese. Different flavored cheeses.
Well, Romano has it. I accidentally sliced it one time because it wasn't labeled in the drawer at the house where I lived with my parents. I sliced it and put it on a bagel, and I was like, "Whoa, that was not what I was expecting." Yeah.
It's strong for a bagel.
Mm-hmm.
It's very cheesy. You're not opposed to cheese, right?
No, no. My digestive system might not have the funnest time
Yeah.
with the soft cheese, but I'm not too worried about it. Mmm, pretty fresh. Oh, is it already sliced?
I think actually it's
Uh,
I wasn't sure if it was.
well, you peeled off. Yeah, there it is. I was gonna say, you peeled off a perfect slice there. You helping?
So here,
You already, yeah,
forgot about my cooking.
Ah.
My cooking stream. Here we go. All right, guys. You can see the rest of this get put together. Then we're gonna go. So it's about to go in the oven, and like I said, I'll serve it when it's done, so y'all can see. My YouTube people.
You don't have to taste it.
Yeah, you don't get to taste. Just for us. And Looney. No.
Off.
No.
Hey,
But yeah, this is where it's at, is the fresh mozzarella at the very end. So yeah, we'll take a little short for you guys later when it's done, so you can see how it came out.
You're
But
terrible at catching.
that's it.
Ready? Catch. You've never played catch?
Delicious.
Luna, catch. There you go. You catch. Good girl. Ready? Go more catch.
Oh, there's Dookie. Dookie Dook. Yeah, they got a lot to say today. So we put oil on it so it doesn't get the cheese burnt. You always want to put foil over the top. Hi, baby. Erica loves blue too. Alright. Make like a little tent. Yeah, that's where the AC is, right next to there. And then yeah, this is gonna go right in the oven over here.
Hi, pretties. How are you? Look at you all sitting on the ladder.
Looney, You guys want to go out and play? Yeah, do you guys want to go out and play? Put the sauce back on the stove.
My new boyfriend. What you doing? You're not pooping in your dish, are you? You're not pooping in your dish, are you? You get some? Yeah, you see some. You go inside and play. You have some. Okay? Is that drool over the floor? Aka! Ah! Down! Oh, you broke my bracelet?
No.
That's shitty.
Is it something with beads that you can like restring?
Yeah. I'll find all the pieces. They're in here then, I guess.
Light.
Like, what is this?
Yeah, it looks like drool. Doggies, are you drooling? Are you guys drooling?
I think that's it. That should do it. If you find any little ones.
Okay, yeah, I'll let you know if I find any more beads around. Oh,
Better in
hi,
here than
Dookie.
outside, I guess.
All right. Do you guys want to go out for a little while the food cooks?
It's kind of cool over there. The sun's kind of gone down. Right there.
All right, let's get your little doggy thing.
Doop doop. Come here.
Let's find their little.
Oh, you have
Yeah.
it here.
I think so. I think are both of them in here? Yeah, both of them are in here. I'll take the doggies to play. And then we're gonna come back and eat. But I'll let you see Duke for a minute, and then I'm gonna log off and go hang out with my friend. Hey, Looney, come. Yeah, Duke. Yeah, you guys. And Duke Bruce, Mr. Duke Bruce. Oh, come on, you guys. Here's Double Trouble. Come on, Double Trouble, let's go. Where are you guys going? This way. Come on. Hey, let's go. Come on. Oh. Double trouble. There they come. You feeding the birds?
Yep. I
Aw.
left a little snack for them on their wood.
Aw.
I love my birdie. My birdie friend.
Yeah, they're very sweet.
They are very, very sweet. Oh, you have both of them?
Yep. Got Double Trouble. Looney dug a hole. Naughty Looney. Come on, guys, this way. You gotta pee first. Oh, you fix your leg. There you go. They're good. I think they need some food. Gotta fill their hay. I've been cooking our food. His cheek's all healing. Look at his cheek. It's not swollen no more. I know Dookie loves the goats. Here, can I clip you guys to this thing for a sec? Oh, hold on. Are you grabbing it? Do they have some in the bowl? Yeah, you're only grabbing. I hooked the dogs to the gate.
Put it in their green bowl.
Yeah, that's where it goes. Is right. Well, no, right in there.
Yeah,
Right in that
there's
bin.
poop in there.
Oh, you didn't dump it. Did you guys poop in your bowl? Did you guys poop in your bowl?
What's that mean?
You guys poop in your bowl? Oh, you need water too. Oh. Yeah, you can just take a
Oh,
whole.
poop in your bowl.
Do not poop in there.
That's a big into the
No poopins. Yep. Yeah, it's heavy. You got it? Let me open this up 1 second. Open up another bale of hay. Guys, did we already go through 2 bales? Jesus. I just bought like 3 bales last week.
You think you did some grazing in the winter, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool.
you go. And I'm so happy that your cheek looks so much better, Whiskey. I'm so happy about your cheek. Mama's so happy about your little cheek. Cheeky cheek. Little cheeky goats. Little cheeky goats. You see his cheek? That's the cheek. It looks so much better. It's like almost flat. See? It's just a little scab. So much better, Whiskey Doodle. Here we go. You know where? Oh, they look so pretty, the big white ones. Yeah. I miss the blue ones. We used to have blue ones. I think there's maybe one blue one out front. We used to have all blue ones at our old house. Come on, puppers.
We're gonna get you hooked up first. Hi.
Yay. This way, Miss Polly.
Come on, you know the drill.
You gotta go on your pulley.
All right, just come with me.
There you go. There you go. There you go, Lunar. Yay, Loony. Oh. There you go. Yeah. Go get it. Go get it. No, it hit the thing. Look. The run. Oh. Let me get you the doggy some water. Here's their bowl. I think we wanted to take this up tonight. Let me move this closer to the house because I think I'm supposed to take this down tonight. Oh, it's the doggies thing. Yeah, you guys get to see Duke for a second, but I'm going to log off so we can hang with our friend. Oh. I picked some things earlier.
Any hot peppers?
No, they're just big peppers.
Like banana peppers.
They're like Italian. It's like sweet, little sweet peppers.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they kind of, when they're small, they kind of look like jalapenos, but they're not. Jalapenos are like a darker. Wowza!
Rock on the rock.
Looney, you're getting tangled. Duke's fine. Okay, I think Looney undid herself.
She's running circles around you.
Oh, that's her favorite thing to do. Since she was a pup, she likes to just run big circles around everybody. You just like to run big circles around everybody. Circle, circle, circles. Circle, circle, circles.
Oh, careful, you're wrapped up around your leg.
You gonna get it? You gonna fix it yourself or do you need mama? There you go. Fix it. Lift your foot. Lift your foot. There you go. Mama's got it. There you go. Can you lift this one too? There you go. Good girl. Dookie. Hi. You guys need some water too? Can I get you guys some water too? Yeah? Hold on, Dookie. I'll get it. Everything's kind of floppy today. We haven't had enough rain. The garden's real floppy. Oh, did I lock myself out? Thought I left it open, but maybe not. I'll just take this off. She's always got this hooked up to the hose, to the sprinkler. I can never get water. Maybe over here. Trying to get some water for them, but she's always got the sprinkler hooked up. I think there's water over here. Here we go. There's water. Need some water for the doggies. My mom's always got the other hose hooked to the sprinkler. Doggy doggies! Happy puppies! Happy puppies! Yeah. You guys got smiles? Smiles for miles! Smiles for miles! There you go. that good? You get some too? No need.